He's not answering.
They are so focused.
You guys can hear me though, right?
Yes. Yeah. Where's the chat?
Double up. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. I ain't telling no lies, I just... I ain't telling no lies, I just... 5, 4...
I got the KFC commercial. I want KFC now.
I got...
Damn.
You, that money, my dream, come true. My
Can you hear us, Mr. Wilson?
Diamonds. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
What?
Turn 7 to a 14, 14 to a whole thing. Lord knows it's a cold game. Switched up on your hoes, man. Big body take both lanes. Backseat blowing propane. All black 5 gold chains. Who knew?
Yo, RevUp, you ain't gotta do that. Don't worry about it.
Hey, thanks for the shout out.
I didn't do the shout out yet.
Yeah.
It's so distracting that like the sound, yo. Next level distracted right now.
Yeah.
Watch Casey go
Oh,
off on that.
I hope that all you guys are logged in on Twitch into my stream also, right?
I
We're
am.
waiting for the raid.
No, but like you're on Twitch on my channel outside of being here too, right?
I'm on Touch's channel right now.
Yo, Lex, can you hear us? Thumbs up if you can hear us.
You can't hear us.
Okay, so
Can you mute
there's
him?
something going on. You
Oh,
gotta
he-
turn off the speaker or something because you're echoing like crazy.
And you sound like you're underwater. How do you get to
Check.
You still sound like you're underwater.
You gotta change your mic source on your StreamYard.
Check 1, check 2.
DJ Mr. Wilson, if you can hear us, thumbs up. Okay, say some stuff so we can hear you.
Some stuff.
Yeah, we can hear you. All right, so
Stuff.
Mr. Wilson is good. It's just Lex left. Say some stuff, Lex. Still sound like you're talking through a hologram.
Lex, you gotta change your mic input.
In the StreamYard app, you gotta change your mic. It's probably by default your
Oh,
mic
it's
on your
go to the little
computer
pinwheel, go to cam mic, and change your source.
for your audio.
Probably gonna have to change it to your audio
Your,
card.
yeah, your line in. I'm hungry.
What about now?
Oh,
Bun me sounds
That sounds good.
sounds good.
Alright,
What about you,
getting
Lex?
ready to
What's going on?
switch over.
Say something.
Everyone can see and hear.
I think we need to turn up your volume, Lex. I think it sounds better. Sounds like you're at about 15% right now.
What about now, guys?
There we go.
Oh, much better.
I forgot to
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
go into it.
Need a little bit more gain on your mic, though, Lex.
And he's trying to blame me.
Well, last time I was too loud,
There we
so I was trying to slow it down a little bit. We good here?
That's good.
Here we go.
Great.
Oh, we on Twitch now.
Yeah.
You make sure I'm on Kayleezy's page, not on Touch's page.
Here we go. They pulling up.
The Raiders.
The
Shelly Cake.
DJ Touch fans. DJ
Mix.
Touch fam, actually.
DJ
Welcome,
Master
welcome, welcome.
Bond.
Big up, big up, big up.
Brah.
Raiders.
I don't have my air horn today.
I got an air horn.
We're joining the
Here we
last
go.
slot
Where'd you get that from?
for the OP on a Thursday. Hip-hop music festival.
Oh, we got sound.
A minute or two.
You got a sound.
Scotty.
Everybody gets in.
DJ Touch.
Everybody gets past the ads if they're
The
on ads.
original CG, the juice. On a boot.
Hey, Lizzie, can you turn up your mic a little bit?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, is your mic on? The right mic is on?
I hope so, man. Wait,
That sounds good.
on. How about now?
Sounds good.
How about now?
Eric Vincent in the building. Scotty
Better?
381.
Scotty
What up?
381. Mixmaster Lou.
I don't know if I'm just talking low or if
Fire.
I'm actually low.
Fire.
I think you
The
can.
OG DJ Juice. What up?
can raise up the
Donna
gain.
Blue.
Fire.
Going down.
I did raise it. My volume up, right?
Mixmaster Lou. What's good?
Yeah. Matthew Bond.
If anybody has their speakers up really loud right now,
Welcome inside, everybody.
gotta turn them down a little bit. We got echoes. Boston Brown in the building.
So, DJ Touch, buddy, can you just explain DJ Touch? I sent him the link. If you can just answer his question really quickly. How is he getting here?
Oh, question got asked. I'm sorry. What question are we talking about here?
DJ Touch is asking, so how do I get in here? Use the link on my streaming computer?
Okay, Touch. So, if you don't have virtual camera set up on your OBS, then shut down your OBS and then click that link. And then you're just gonna set up your microphone and your headphones just like you would if you were getting on a Zoom call.
I think they're trying to get Touch set up right now. He'll figure it out. I hope Kayleezy did a trial run with him like she did with me.
Yeah, so shut down your OBS, Touch, and then
No, I didn't get to do that. This
click the link again, and then set it up.
He's the
Set
one
it
that
up
would
just
need
like
it.
you would if it was a Zoom.
oh.
Damn.
That's the easiest way.
But am I lying though?
And Touch, make sure you select
You know how many buses
your
that do
camera,
coming in
and make sure you select
quadruple
your
buses.
audio card that your microphone goes through, so we can hear you clearly. Rick and Mommy in the building. Miss Risa in the building.
Welcome to the last stop on Strictly Video
there? Perfect spot, right by
on
the
Thursday, all hip hop, all day music festival. And today, I'm gonna actually get rid of the logo so we can see Lex there.
It's okay. You can hide me in the back.
Now we want to see Lex.
We want to
That
see
fresh
Lex.
cut and everything, all lined up, all crispy today.
I have with me
Touch was the one
here
that crispy
this
today.
week
Did you
is
see that
up top
beard?
there is DJ Lex. Right below is DJ Buddy. And then it's JBr05ki, DJ RevUp. And last but not least, for now, DJ Mr. Wilson. And we will have DJ Touch joining us very shortly as soon as he gets to where he needs to go on the link.
As soon as you get situated.
How's everybody's night going? How's everybody's day? How is everybody's Strictly for the OGs day, DJs?
That's dope.
Shout out
Cool.
to DJ Jamazon using the studio tonight.
Shout out Jamazon.
He's in
Show.
the chat, and he's gonna possibly get tapped in by the girl in the Wu-Tang shirt. She's gonna put him in, coach. Put him in, coach.
Well, I'm hoping that
personally-
he figures it out.
I personally have been hungry all day.
Yeah.
But
Where's
I've been
Robbie Bolan? That's all I want to know.
Oh.
Robbie is not here this week. He took the week off.
Still be here though. Could be
I
anywhere in
think
the world.
he is. He was in here for a
He
second.
was in and out.
Yeah, he's been in and out all day today.
He said he got the
Yes.
bubble guts.
What up, fam?
You know how that be.
Everybody,
Yeah,
please
Tommy's-
make sure you
You
host
got that sub.
this
You got that
stream so that we can help grow these dope DJs' discoveries and communities.
And Kaylee.
Yo,
got my
before we
badge.
grow ours, can we just take a moment to congratulate Kay Leezy for hitting affiliate?
Yeah, for real.
Yay!
Saw that
Finally.
sub at the bottom and everything.
Thank you so much, guys.
So it took her 2 days, 2 streams. She's good.
Just want to welcome everybody that's in here right now. We have Fire Chaser in the house. Bossy Brown, what's up? Welcome back.
Hey,
Mixmaster Lou,
let's
welcome
go.
to the last stop. Michelle Cakes, welcome to the last stop. DJ Matthew Bond,
Let's go.
I believe this is your first time also. So welcome in. Scotty, welcome back. My
Look at that hype train and
absolutely
everything.
amazing,
train.
amazing mod.
Choo
Somebody
choo.
in the house.
Choo 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 choo.
Donna Boo, 86. Welcome inside. DJ Touch. Fire fucking set.
Yep.
Fire set. Oh yay! I love all the sound effects. DJ Eric Vincent, what's up? Make sure you follow DJ Eric Vincent, everybody.
Who's your moderator
East
today? Because they busy.
Coast.
Scotty's the moderator. Get him, Scotty.
Scotty's the moderator today.
him, Scotty.
Who else is in here? Rican Mommy, what's up? Welcome in.
Hey,
Hey.
Miss Rissa. Hi, how
Hey.
are you
Ooh, Miss
tonight?
Touch in the chat.
Hey.
DJ Jam is on. Am I
Jam.
lagging, y'all? I think I'm lagging. A little
Looks
bit.
like it.
just a little bit. You were on time though when we started the stream. You good?
Who else is in here? The original DJ JU Ice. Welcome.
Juice.
In. I don't know. I think he pronounces it JU Ice.
JU Ice.
JU Ice.
I think that's what the underscores are for.
That's a double entendre right there.
Thank you for the hype train, guys. Oh my gosh, this is
Oh,
my
we on
very
a hype
first one.
We are in a hype train, y'all.
What y'all doing?
You're already the
I'm on break. I'm telling people out for the biddies. I'm telling Touch.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on.
Biddies.
My screen does not show the bits, so I have to go over here real quick. DJ Touch, thank you so much. Scotty.
I was like, you already level 2 already. Where you at, girl?
Scotty. Oh my gosh, Bossy Brown, thank you. These are
That's
like
why I said-
all my first bits, everyone.
You got a
Thank
you got
you
a
so
sub
much.
from Fiery Chaser.
It's a special day.
M
JBr05ki, thank
M
you so
Swift.
much. Mixmaster Lou,
500.
Scotty subscribed, M Swift subscribed. Holy shit. Fire
Yeah,
Chaser,
he's driving too. That's a
oh my
$6 sub.
gosh.
Ooh.
DJ
That
Mr.
mobile.
Wilson.
Another
Holy
5
shit.
tier
M
sub.
Swift. with
Someone got
the-
a 5
Oh
piece.
my
Yeah.
god.
Here.
5 piece. Another sub.
How
Ivy
does
just completed.
okay? I need to ask y'all streamers, how do you keep up with this?
And you're yelling at us the
Move
whole
your
time.
ass
Me,
fast.
Kaylee's. That's why we got
You're the one yelling
Kayleezy.
at us, talking about keep up with the chat. Keep up
This
with
is
the
so
chat.
hard. Thank you,
You
D
see?
Scans
You see?
for the sub.
She feels
Fire
the
Chaser
pain.
for the 5-piece. Holy shit. I don't
It's
know if
lit.
I've missed anybody. This is
It
my
is
first
lit.
time doing this, so I'm
You know
so
what? Fuck
sorry
this.
if I missed
We can just go
anyone.
hit level 4 right now, though. We're gonna
Yeah,
just
we're
do
just gonna
Oh
that.
knock
my
it out.
Just hit
gosh.
that.
Push up
Let's
the
hit that.
emote.
You are the only person other than Touch that can just sit here and do nothing and gets a hype train. That's what I'm talking
DJ
about. No
Touch.
music, no nothing.
Thank
Yeah,
you
her
for
Yo,
the
camera
for real,
doesn't.
gifted sub
Her
to
camera doesn't
Michelle
even have
Cake.
to work.
At all.
Shit.
Yeah,
Hold
that one
on.
day we
Hold
had a camera
on.
trouble. We had a hype
Ab
train.
Loon,
Shit.
Proudest Mikey, Lurking Forever, The Ones Crew, DJ Jam is on. Y'all just got
Ones
subbed by
Crew.
DJ Touch. So if anyone is in here right now that just got a gift sub,
Another
please
5
make sure
piece.
you say thank you
Damn, son.
to DJ Touch, Fire Chaser. Holy
DJ
shit.
Bunny with the 5-piece.
Eric
DJ Buddy with
Vicente.
the 5
Austin.
piece.
Level
Oh my
5.
gosh. I think my
Never
whole
Cisco.
computer is frozen because of this hype train
It
right
is.
now.
Yeah.
Never
Too
full
much.
complete.
I don't even know how to stop it from being frozen.
My left stroke just went
Refresh.
viral.
Refresh chat. Refresh the chat. Ain't that what you always tell us? Refresh the chat.
No, I
Back
can't.
home.
I don't think I can refresh my screen or else all you guys are going to disappear.
Yeah.
You can't refresh us
Man,
on
that
Twitch.
host
Yeah, I don't
train
know.
be hogging.
Shit,
What are we
DJ
doing?
Buddy Show just subbed Curls DJ, Miss Rissa 21, the original DJ, JU Ice, A
Everybody getting
Christine,
them
and
first
Robbie
batch.
Tolan. If y'all are in here, make sure you say thank you
Robbie.
to
We about
DJ
to hit
Buddy.
partner.
for
Let's
the
do
gifted
this.
sub. Holy
Yeah, for real.
shit.
One
Damn.
screw.
All right.
184 followers. Try to get that
This
200.
is Jam is on. Welcome inside. Thank you for joining us on the last stop of Strictly for the OGs. If you haven't been with us all day today or any part of the day, it's an all-day hip-hop music festival starting at noon PST every single Thursday. Okay, so I think I think that slowed down for a second. Thank you so much. You guys are at level 5. You guys are at level 5, 25%.
Really, the next
This
time I'm
shit is
DJing, I'm gonna say, can the chat please slow down with the biddies? I'm trying to keep up.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so I'm coming back over here to this screen now. Make sure everybody follows the Ones Crew.
Ones Crew.
Every week, we're always posting up the Strictly for the OGs flyers. So that's where you can check who's on the DJ lineup and what time they're going on for the day. And the chat is always open to questions for any of the DJs that you see here. If you have any questions for Lex, Buddy, Broski, RevUp, or Mr. Wilson, just
Touch is in the chat. You can ask him too.
make sure you put in the hashtag question before your question so I don't miss it, so we don't miss it.
Buddy with the jazz. Hey, Lisa, you can ask a question.
Of course.
When can we start streaming from the Ones Crew page?
Ones Crew.
Well, I guess anytime.
I got first stream.
Well, what I was thinking is,
Anytime.
why don't you make that one of the people on the hype train? Well, in the music festival before I get cut out.
What?
Have Ones Crew as one of the special guests for the week. Have them stream from the Ones Crew page.
I'm
So they'll
confused.
always be in the lineup.
What?
You know, Lex is in the lineup, Buddy's
Just
in the
play
lineup.
music.
Instead of putting the DJ, you're gonna put the Ones Crew page as one of the DJ slots, and one of us will stream there, and then
Oh,
you can raid into there and grow the page.
okay. Oh, look who's here!
Who's here?
Toka.
My mic is hot.
Toka.
Yow.
Yow. It's a little hot.
Like
and
if
a
you hear me on
little
the phone, then you know they hear me. But they don't even see me because they're not even saying anything.
We see you.
Touch, you gotta turn down your speakers a little bit, Touch.
Everybody just
So there we go. Late.
bear with us as we go through the minor adjustments before we officially start the stream. DJ Jam is
Level
on. Thank you
5,
for the bits.
44%.
Swift, thank you for 500 bits. Holy
We got
shit.
1 minute. 1 minute.
DJ Tone
1
Love,
minute.
welcome in.
How's that?
Welcome in. Welcome
Turn up
in.
your
That
mic.
sounds great, Touch.
A little better? Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit more
Yes,
gain,
sir.
and that'd be good. About 2 clicks a gain.
DJ Mr. Wilson, thank you for the bits. Wow, this is awesome, guys.
36 seconds to hit that level 5.
Man, she can't get a level 5 on her first hype train. That's not fair.
Somebody
Anything's
salty.
possible.
Dude, I was streaming for 8 months before I got my
It is a
first.
full moon,
I finished my
anything
first
can
level
happen.
5.
DJ Salty Wilson.
Salty. Hey!
Mixmaster Lou, thank you for the sub.
That's
DJ
great,
Amazon,
Uncle
thank you
Salty
for the
to you,
bit.
sir. Great Uncle
So
Salty to
much.
Hey,
you.
listen.
There we
listen,
go.
There, we got it.
Listen,
We got
that's
Hey,
it.
like
Broski,
there it is,
thank
there
you
it
for
is.
the
Time you
100
ever-
bits.
There it is.
that's like the first one you ever.
You know what?
Pretty strong.
Level 4 is
Unless
good.
broke just
I
went
have never
viral.
had
16 subs, 1,755 bits.
I have never
Damn.
had
There we
a
go.
hype train.
I
And
think it took me 6 months to get 16 subs.
man, I appreciate everybody just the fucking same, with or without hype train, man. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being so supportive. And thank you, man, for shit. Strictly for the OGs. This was a vision that's become way crazier than come to life. So thank you so much for that.
Be careful, Kaylee. Those biddies start to feel good. It's like cocaine.
I want to know how I can unfreeze myself.
If you can, anything you have extra on your computer, if any,
Yeah.
close it.
Be safe.
Okay, hold on.
M Swift.
I would even close if you have your stream open. Just close it, and then
Okay, hold on. Let me close that. Oh, much better.
Mm.
There we go. All right. Now
Like
the show
that
can
banner.
start.
By the way,
Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. This
I
side.
saw it on IG the other day. I like
So I'm
that.
new to this. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we need you to be slightly louder, DJ Touch.
yeah, 2 or 3 clicks on your gain. Give us a little bit more volume.
Turn the
Touch.
mic up. Turn the mic
Thank you so much for being here, M Swift. And thank you so much for the bits and the support. Much love.
Touch. If you can hear us, throw up a peace sign real quick.
How's that? How's that? How we sounding?
If
Little
you can hear
more.
us, throw up
How
a
we
peace
sounding?
sign.
Can you hear us, Touch?
All right, he
There
can
it
hear
is.
it. Yeah,
A little
You
more
sound better.
gain, no touch. A little more
A little bit
gain.
more gain would be hot.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, for sure. We on.
We own.
Boom, boom. How we going? How we doing?
Yeah, we sound
doing?
good, Touch. Thank you so
Right
much
there?
Getting there.
for
Right there?
joining us.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Don't be messing with my lighting.
Excellent.
How did everybody feel about their streams tonight? Lex, you go first since you're up top there.
Oh shit!
He's a top. Power top.
On the hot seat. Off
There
the
you go.
rip. Hello, how you doing? You get
Yo.
Lex. Tucson AZ, baby.
Well,
You got the
are you
wi-
going to
you got
answer the
wide-
question?
You got
I
the
didn't hear the question.
widescreen big TV, the old school TV widescreen.
What was the question, Miss?
How'd you
Katie?
feel about your set today?
Well, today is the
Do you
first time
feel
I've
like-
actually made a crate. I've never made a crate for this show.
Oh wow!
So like the last week or two since the last show, because I've always been time crunching. I just started like searching the artists and just throwing them in crates. Not necessarily like building a crate for specific songs, just artists, albums. And then today was like I'm gonna stay at 105 to 110 and just have fun.
Everybody, let's congratulate DJ Lex for taking a month to get his shit together.
I never make crates for shows. I just play. But this is the first time it's like there's so many dope DJs playing so much dope music. I'm like, man, I don't want to be so repetitive. So I just put a bunch of B-sides in a crate.
So I had a talk with you before, Lex, about people call you the librarian because you have such a huge, like, every time I check you out, you always playing something different, a different edit, and so you're pretty much always ready to play. How did you feel for this particular stream? creating an actual crate. How did you feel about that?
It was good because a lot of times when you're DJing, I'm sure a lot of you go through this. You think of a song, but you can't quite find it. It's not where you thought it was, or you go to load it and it's freaking orange, and you're like, shit.
Yeah.
And then you're looking, and so today was nice because I knew everything in there was legit. Everything in there had been analyzed. Everything in there was straight. I've been collecting so much music when I was traveling. When I was in Cali, everybody was giving me music, and I really hadn't gone through it. So that's what I've been doing. Shout out to J5. If y'all ever can watch J5 on Twitch, do so. By way of Miami, now he's in the Bay, but he has so many albums on Dropbox. He just threw them at me, and I was like, thank you, because I have a lot of albums, but I didn't know where audio was gonna go. They're all done in what's the format for Windows that doesn't really work with Serato? No, it's not MP3. It's like
M4A.
Not M4.
Serato works with
It's
M4A.
the one that was for Windows Media Player. It's strictly with like
WMA
or something like that.
WMA.
He gave you
Whoa.
WMA files?
It's like a mass destruction. I have all these WMA files. Exactly. That's why
Yeah, you gotta convert them. That's that Napster shit.
Bro. That's that I was deployed and everybody was giving me music, and I only had a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and I was trying to figure out how can I put as much music on there as possible. I was like, 128. Oh, WMA. Oh yeah. And then now it's useless paperweight.
It's not even a paperweight.
Shout out
It's
to Robbie.
Robbie Tolon.
Rent them spoons.
Rent them spoons. He's stupid.
That's my answer to
His
you,
whole
buddy.
family's stupid.
Thank you, Lex. So how do you feel about DJs sharing their libraries? What is the I
I
guess I
have
would
no
say,
problem with anybody copying my library.
Yeah,
I don't.
You've said that.
They have given me many nicknames in the past. Touch will probably co-sign this. He says I withhold heat, so they call me the withholder of heat because I'll play something. They'll all look at me like, "Where you get that? How come I don't have that?" And then I'll go look on their computer and I'll go search for it. I go, "It's right there. I gave it to you. It's right there." But but it's true. Have you ever got like a terabyte of music from somebody, and it's like years later you still have not queued or played any of those songs?
Yeah,
it's so much work to it's so much work to go through a terabyte of music.
D-Scans wants you to share, especially with him.
I got you, D-Scans. D-Scans, I'm a fan of yours too. 6
got a
months
solid
in and you're killing it, bro.
Any of the
Killing
DJs that are in the chat right now are watching. You just got permission to holler at DJ
You can whisper
Lex
me anytime.
Yeah.
I will give you
for
the keys
all
to my
your
Dropbox.
music needs.
I know. I've hit him up a couple times. And he's on the stream. He's like, "Yeah, for sure, buddy. I got you." And I'm still looking at my email.
Oh, really? Okay. Here we go.
I wouldn't mind.
Amazon got his library stolen from him. I was able just to send him a bunch of links, and then literally he called me in the middle of the night. He was like, "Yo, I didn't even know these was in my email. Thank you." And I was like, "That's what you need right there. Just all that right there. You can do whatever you need to do."
There you go, buddy. He sent him a Amazon.
Do you have your whole library up and available
On Dropbox?
already?
No,
Yeah.
but I've been doing my sets after each stream.
You've been throwing them up.
I'll just throw the history into my Dropbox. So if anybody says they want a
that's what's
song
up.
from when I played, I just shoot them the link and say, find it, keep it,
That's
whatever.
what's up. We should probably start a strictly Dropbox.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
That'd be dope.
Can we fix the delay? Is there any way to fix the delay when DJ Touch speaks?
When he
Touch
speaks?
has a delay when he speaks.
Yes.
Ask him if he's watching the stream. Well, I guess I can ask him. Are you watching the stream on Twitch or are you watching it on the actual?
Yup.
What is it?
Delay.
Okay, Touch. You want to turn off you don't want to watch the stream on Twitch. You want to be.
Yeah, I'm watching it on Twitch.
You don't want to watch it on Twitch. You want to watch it on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Just be on the StreamYard. The Twitch will have a delay.
Wherever you have your
StreamYard
virtual
is-
camera linked up, watch it from there. I did that the first stream. I learned that. Robbie Tolan put me in my
Robbie.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, we tapped in.
Yeah, that coach
Nice.
mentality is like, this is what you're gonna do. I was like, I got you, coach. Put me in.
All right, Lex, I want to know, especially from you, what was the weirdest thing that happened to you on Twitch in terms of you and your viewers, chatters, whatever could have been, whatever interaction, exchanges. I want to know the weirdest thing that happened to you on Twitch.
I guess the weirdest thing I've ever experienced on Twitch is and it wasn't nothing crazy like funny or nothing like that. It was just when I started seeing that my peers that I looked up to would actually stay in my chat. And I thought that was weird because I thought most of the guys I saw would just pop in, pop out. And then little by little, people I respected, people I really looked up to, guys I'm sitting in their stream watching them, they're there the whole time, you know, and to me that was weird. And it's not so much weird now because I was just used to my audience, my friends, the people that I brought over from Facebook. But my very, very first stream, I had 50 people in my stream and I had every technical problem you can have. No bullshit. And they stayed. And when I went to watch and I looked at the names, it was pretty much 50 DJs and maybe a couple people that I knew. And I was just like, I was just awed, like that these people really supported me like that. Cause people was, I'm sure every DJ said, oh, I got you. Nimi got you, whatever. I got you. And then my first stream, I was anti-Twitch. And they all said, come on, if you come over, we got you. And no matter the technical difficulties coming back and forth, and I even had to turn the stream off and turn it back on, and they were still in the chat. And I was like, yo, that was that weird moment where I didn't realize that my peers fucked with me like that. It's different when you know your fans do because they come to your events or they, purchase your merch or follow you on Mixcloud or whatever. But it was different when you're looking at all the people that you looked up to and all the people that inspired you to move to Twitch and they were just watching you. I mean, when I'm restricted for the OGs, when I'm playing, I don't get nervous on any other of my streams. But every fucking Thursday, before I do the stream for the OGs, I'm like, all these fucking DJs in here throwing heat all day, juggling flares and everything, and dropping these damn gems that I forgot about. And I remember a lot of goddamn music. So I was like, how do I top that? How do I come in? And that's why this week I was like, you know what? I'm making a crate, like it's probably like 30,000 songs in that crate. But I didn't have to actually touch my laptop today, which I had to get. I'm learning not to do that because I'm so used to playing the club, and I'm always like almost like you're grabbing a record every single time. Even back in the day, I never like lined up my records in order. Like I'm only gonna play them in this order. I was always all over the place because I really just feed off the vibe of the group of the people. So for me, the weirdest moment was everybody that I fuck with was there from the beginning. And then I think I just saw Eric in the chat. And like someone like Eric, I met Eric on SoundCloud in 2010. He found me, followed me. And then after he followed me on there, we just kind of chatted on SoundCloud. Then we became friends on Facebook. Then I would share him Toka's videos. He became Toka's friend, followed him there. Then one day I'm on Twitch in the middle of the night, like 11, and here comes Eric into my chat. Then I raided him like a week later, and he was like, yo, Lex raided me. And it was like the first time we connected, like, because we've been friends on virtually forever, but we never actually had an actual conversation before like that, so for me, the weird thing about Twitch has been connecting with so many DJs and people that I've either followed on Mixcloud or SoundCloud or Bandcamp or Facebook or Instagram. Look at I met Robbie Tulan through you, and then I met his mentor through this stream.
His great uncle.
Crazy how
Big
uncle.
So I just want to I want to be clear that you do know that Mr. Wilson is not actually Robbie.
Yes, we know.
Okay.
For real?
Because you say it with such a straight face.
Really?
That I wasn't very sure if you were like,
I thought it
for
was
real. or if you were joking about
Lizzie,
it.
this is why I know you're not that Asian, because you know Asians call everybody cousin, uncle, aunt, all
Yeah.
that stuff. When it comes out
Oy,
with
Tito.
those, you would not know. If an Asian person told you that was their cousin, you'd believe them, right? Filipinos, everybody's their auntie, everybody's their uncle,
Yep.
everybody. And the funny thing is, in Black culture, that's how it used to be. Everybody was uncle this, auntie that, so on and so forth. So if he's gonna say that's his uncle, I repay that respect. Look, he just said it. Snoop says it all the time. He calls people nephew, cousin, uncle, but that's the level where he carries them in his life. So the fact he put you on a pedestal like that, Mr. Wilson, great unk. Shoot the salute to you.
Oh, wifey chiming in.
Hey, yo, Big Unk, for Christmas, I just want a gift card this year.
But it's all good. We don't have any terms of respect in our family. Everybody's pretty much degenerate, so we don't have any of those terms.
All right,
My
good?
brother, he's really respectable, but everybody else pretty much
Touch, we hear you.
alcoholic.
Can you hear us, Touch? He's putting the mic away, walking away.
Yeah. When you made
See, there
that
you go.
comment about Asians, my wife piped in.
Oh, that
What'd
was
she say?
Marissa.
Oh, what
My
did
bad.
she say?
Hey, Marissa, I didn't call you Chinese though. There's other DJs out there that call you Chinese. I don't call you Chinese.
Let's
Blackenese
DJ
is what I
Touch. Let's
said.
get some reference for that comment. Is she Asian?
My wife is part Asian. She's part Thai.
Okay.
And so some of our homies in our circle have made references about Asians jokingly, and it's kind of a sore spot, but a joking sore spot. You know what I mean? So that's why she put that comment. Oh my God!
There it
She said,
is.
as soon as Lex said Asians call everybody uncles and cousins, she's like, oh shit. You know I'm gonna hear
we
about
go.
it later, Lex.
Who sent you anyways? Who sent you in the chat?
Who sent? Yeah, that's her code name, Kayleezy. Who sent you? There's a backstory to that too.
You know why?
Okay, we'll
'Cause
get
she's a ninja.
we'll
She's
get
a
to
ninja.
that
She's
when
an
it's your
Asian
turn,
ninja
Touch.
that will pop up at a gig in a moment's notice. You won't even know she's there.
Asian ninja. You're digging your
Asian
grave a
ninja.
little bit deeper right now, bro.
Pump the brakes, Lex. Pump the brakes.
Wow.
I love you,
Yo,
Marissa.
Lex.
You know I do. I know what's behind the door too.
Yo, Lex, so you were talking about how with all your other events on Twitch, you don't feel any pressure, but when it comes to strictly for the OGs, you feel that.
You know, like I said, it's like when Kayleezy told me about this back when she first was thinking about doing it, it was something that I really, really wanted to be involved with. I've been blessed that I've been able to do it every week, even the week I said I didn't want to do it. So, but I told her I got her back, and because she believed in me from the beginning. She helped me get to 1,000 followers. Like she was determined to help me. Her, Mama Regan, A. Christine's, Super Soka Soli, everybody, all my moderators was really pushing hard for that. And so when she said she wanted to do something, I was like, I got you, because it's what we love. I mean, every single one of us shares some type of love, and I promise you, if you put the underlining denominator of this whole chat, is hip hop. People come on Thursdays to hear good hip hop they forgot about. The way she presented to me, she says, I want strictly for the OGs to play those cuts that even the OGs are like, fuck, I forgot that song. Or the minute they hear it, it's almost like that Ratatouille moment. It takes you back to that first time you heard it or that moment you heard it. Yeah. And that's it. So I like that movie. I like food. So that's my reference a lot.
Food. Yo, food sounds bomb right now, though.
For
I
real.
want to take a minute to shout out the chat. DJ Eric Vincent's still up in here. DJ Tone Love. Scotty, my moderator, thank you so much for everything. Everything. Miss Rissa 21, who had a lot to say about Lex's comments. Fire Chaser, Abloon Jesus has joined us.
What up, Abloon? Clack, clack, homie.
Clack, clack, clack.
Bossy Brown is
DJ
still
Touch for the new
here.
emo. Clack.
It's your boy Alien Zaddy is in the house.
Damn, Zaddy.
Can everybody?
Can I make a recommendation? If you can ever get Alien Zaddy on a Thursday, he's an upcoming DJ and he's young, but the fucking boom bap hip hop he plays, all of us in this chat will shout him out for being as young as he is and the gems that he plays.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I'm like trying
I
to
mean,
listen
okay.
and trying to read. Oh,
Nah,
I
don't-
thought you were calling me.
Nah.
Okay.
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 Yo, Lex,
Yeah.
so you I know you're at Jamazons right now and you're on some 12s. How often are you on 12s? Turntable.
Actually, these aren't 12s, these are 500s.
Oh, those are 500s.
Pioneer 500s.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And I could, but he keeps them clean though. He just said he keeps them clean.
Okay,
No, for
Fire
real,
Chaser.
honestly, whenever I play with Touch, MK52s, whatever they are.
Yeah.
The one we play on those where everyone would touch. Even when Jamazon's like, I'm gonna bring my gear out, Touch like, I'll bring my turntables. So
M5Gs.
You know, and it's just I started off on belt drive, Gemini's, then I went to Pioneer direct drives, and I got Techniques.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't scratch enough and I don't beat juggle enough. I blend more than anything. So as long as the platter and everything is touchable and not like, you know, I'm good. I like to play on 45s really though. I normally play on the 45 control vinyls.
Oh, nice.
It's more work since I don't really do a lot of work on the vinyl. It keeps me moving around because they're 5 minutes each on each side. So you're constantly moving the needle.
Oh, that's short.
That's what she said.
But it's nice because
That's what
it
she
always makes
said.
you reset after every song. Because you know, like sometimes we forget to reset.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're like, why is it not speeding up? Oh, I'm
Do
in
we like
internal
this
mode.
better?
My bad.
Or do we like this better?
That's
Number
cool.
1.
That's cool. 1.
Number 2.
I think mixing it up would be fun.
Yeah.
All right, number 1 for now.
Yeah.
Put it on like random.
There we go.
All right, so we got a question from Fire Chaser.
For the DJs, have you worked on YouTube? And if so, how do you feel about being on Twitch? Has anyone worked on YouTube?
Streaming to YouTube?
Yeah,
Streaming?
I
No.
guess that would be the
That's
question.
gonna be.
I have not streamed on YouTube.
Oh,
I haven't
by the
yet.
way, coincidentally, you asked, we are actually live on YouTube right now, too.
Oh,
Are
snap.
we really?
Yes, just so
I'm
you
nervous
guys
now.
know.
Drop a super
we are
chat, y'all.
also live on
You never-
YouTube,
But you
Super
don't,
chat.
but you don't even talk to your YouTube chat at all.
just so you guys know. Hi,
Yo,
YouTube.
Whoever's on
What's
YouTube
up?
right now watching is like, fuck these people. They ain't even talking to me over
Let me
here.
go check.
I got a question.
Yo,
Jonathan,
so
thanks for the
here's
follow.
the difficulty with YouTube is that DMCA or whatever, I don't ever want to get that right. They're heavy on there, so you will get
Oh,
your
yeah.
stream clipped. I do have friends who make quick mixes on there. They'll make 10-minute mixes just to stay relevant on YouTube or just to have some content on there for promo and whatnot. And they go through a whole thing of looking up what songs have copyright issues and what don't before they even upload or before they even make the mixes. Earlier in YouTube, before streaming, like on Twitch, I did put up some mixes on there and they all got taken down or muted. So
Wow.
yeah, I think even I'm not sure how it works with the live element because like on Twitch, for some of you who don't know, we're not having issues spinning live at this point, but our VODs, the recorded episodes, they do get muted.
They do.
The songs with the copyright. So, but I know YouTube is very stringent because YouTube is a place that is known for, people putting up songs that do not belong to them. So they're pretty strict over there right now. It's really it's rampant over there. So
The good thing about YouTube though is that you can put up. They really won't take down a song. If you put up a song, they won't take it down. They just won't allow you to monetize it. And the only reason why I say that is that if I make a remix,
Here you
an unlicensed remix, sometimes SoundCloud won't accept it, but YouTube will always take it. It might not play in every country, but at least I can put it out there and I can send a link to half the world on where it's
So
at.
you're telling us you got music on on YouTube that we can download right now?
I have a Bandcamp, I have a SoundCloud, I have a YouTube.
I'm gonna need that. All that. Run that back.
Run that.
I don't know how to type into the chat on the StreamYards. Where's the fucking chat window?
It's all right. You
guys can
can
go
get it
to
later.
Twitch.
I'll get it to y'all.
You might be on the private chat tab. You can click the comments tab, and then that'll show you.
I don't know how to comment directly in Streamlabs. I gotta go.
I see it.
For that, you're gonna have to go on the actual Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, open up your Twitch. Make sure you mute the Twitch, and then you should be.
But I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I use Restream now, and the reason I use Restream is because I don't actually have enough of a following on Mixcloud. But if I have a fire ass set and I want to send it to somebody to listen to later, Mixcloud doesn't actually mute the set.
Ooh.
So and when you're done with Mixcloud, if you think if the set was trash or you said some shit and you don't want to like get canceled because you were like drinking and saying wild shit, then you just don't publish it, right? And it's gone, right? But if you feel proud of what you put out there and you didn't say anything that you feel like is going to come to haunt you, you just click a button, you post it, and it just adds to your normal mixes on Mixcloud. So yeah, man, I think that's the truth, because I started getting mad after I would like have a fire set and I had 7 days to let motherfuckers listen to it, and it would have all these cutouts in it. So
listen, shout out to Big Unk for the sage advice.
Yo, for real. That's a good call.
That's a really good call. So restream to Mixcloud so you can have it.
Yeah, Restream is free. It's free for just streaming to, like, if you want to do real complex shit, you got to pay, but it's free to stream to like Twitch and Mixcloud simultaneously.
Okay, that's what's up.
All right.
Now you do have to pay. You do have to pay $15 a month on Mixcloud to have a pro account. But
That's
Great
fine.
Uncle, fuck that nigga, man.
On Mixcloud. That $15. Robbie Tolan.
Excuse me. I'm sorry about dropping the M-bomb in your chat. It just came out.
Oh man.
Houston's in the building.
That's what she said.
Houston, do we have a problem?
Uh-oh.
We
Touch
have
his own.
on the big
He's in the hot
screen
seat.
Shout to Robbie Tolan.
DJ Touch from Tucson, Arizona. Originally from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yep, Charm City.
Everybody make sure you follow DJ Touch on Twitch. One word. And then DJ_Touch on Instagram. Welcome. Your first time here at the last stop. Tell us about who you are as a DJ, where you're from in detail if you'd like, and yeah.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my mic is hot. Everybody can hear me, right?
No, your mic is good.
Okay. So my mic is hot. That's just something I say. Lex knows.
Yeah.
It's a catchphrase for me. My mic is hot. Anyway, so I'm from Baltimore, like you said, but I currently live in Tucson, Arizona. Why am I in Tucson, Arizona instead of Baltimore? So I'm a military veteran, 22 years in the Air Force. I retired from the Air Force in 2011.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So my wife is also a military veteran. She's also an Air Force veteran. So I won't get into the details of all that, but I decided to retire. I was going to stay in longer, but I decided to retire because I didn't want to be separated from my family. So my wife had orders out here, so I retired so I could come out here and be with my family. So that's why we ended up in Tucson. I wanted to come out west. I used to live in Cali as a kid. I lived in Cali for about 8 years. I always wanted to come back out west, you know, even if it wasn't California, you know, somewhere in Arizona, New Mexico. So
whereabouts in California were you at?
So we started out in San Diego. I lived off of University Avenue. Then we moved to La Mesa, and where do we go after that? El Cajon. Are you familiar with Tierra Santa, Murphy Canyon area? The old Padre Stadium?
I am. Tolan is. Tolan used to live in San Diego.
So that area, and then, so my father was in the Navy, but I wasn't really a Navy brat because the only place we moved was California. So I didn't go all over the world. So I was in Baltimore, Cali, then back to Baltimore. And then we moved up to Los Alamitos, Long Beach area. And that's where I stayed until, unfortunately my parents split up and me, mom, and my brother moved back to Baltimore in my early teens. And that's where I stayed until, I became an adult, joined the military. So that's how I wound up in Tucson. The military brought us out here, and I like it out here, and I'd like to stay. I don't have any plans on moving back east, but, you never know because my mother is getting older. And right now she's taking care of her mother, and that's stressing her out. So I don't know what my plans are as far as, the next 2 to 5 years, but hopefully I'll still be in Tucson. I do like the area. Tucson's it's an interesting town. Especially for DJing. I met Lex later on. So I met a group of DJs out here. I'd already been living out here about a year, and I didn't know anybody as far as DJs. And my wife actually worked with a guy who was a DJ. He was a captain in the Air Force. And she told him about me. He's like, yeah, my husband DJs. And he was like, yeah, he was skeptical because he didn't know my wife. He didn't know me. So he's like, your husband DJs? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. I'll go check him out. So he came to the house with that skeptical look on his face. So, I did a little something for him. And, that was all she wrote. He's like, oh, shit. He's like, look, man.
You DJ.
Yeah. He's like, you DJ. So he invited me out to a spot in Tucson called La Cocina. And that's where I started spinning like locally here in Tucson. And then from there, it just kind of grew, reputation grew. People started, knowing my name. I started meeting other DJs, getting other gigs. Fast forward, met Lex around 2-3 years later. He likes to tell that story all the time about me and him spinning at La Cocina. Some of you probably heard it, where he said I was standing over his shoulder for all night. It didn't go down like that, but I let him tell the story like that. I know he likes to tell that story, but basically, when somebody's DJing, like I told you before in my chat, I am inspired by DJs. So instead of me walking off and mingling with everybody else in the club, I sit and I watch the DJ play because that's something I like to do. Like I said, it doesn't matter who you are. I like to get inspiration from other DJs because other DJs always bring something to the table, and I take it and I use it in any way I can, so that's the reason I stood behind his shoulder, as he likes to tell that story. It wasn't to watch him because I think he was using my mixer. I can't remember, but I remember
he had 62.
I remember he didn't really know the mixer, so I was also standing there to help him just in case, he had some questions. And then I wanted to hear the music. I wanted to hear, how he played. So then fast forward, like I said, I met some other DJs, got some other connects. I finally got my own residency here in Tucson at a place called Sky Bar. I spun there for 4 years. Consistently.
Still spinning there.
Yeah, we just got reintroduced because they let go of all the DJs about 2.5-3 years ago, and they brought in all bands. So that's a sore spot. So I won't go into that. But Lex recently reconnected with the owner, and he's been getting us gigs in there. So we're trying to rebuild that spot. Sky Bar has always been a hit or miss place. Me and Lex used to rock that place from like 2014 to 2018, and sometimes it'd be lit and sometimes it'd be shit. So
Schlit.
But because he and I both love to DJ, we never let that discourage us. Like if it was only 10 people in there, we'd have 8 of them dancing. Because we love music. And that's the thing with me. It's first and foremost above DJing is I love music, and I've had a love for music since I was 3 or 4 years old. You can blame that partly on my parents because when they partied, they took me with them. My parents took me to house parties. I was right there with them, so I got exposed to all the uncles and the cousins and the friends of my dad. Especially my dad being in the Navy. They used to party all the time. So
Is
that
that
was
where you
part
met
of
Mr. Wilson?
Mr. Wilson.
I'm just kidding.
No, I don't know that guy. other than what I saw on the stream, he played some dope music. Big shout to Mr. Wilson and Robbie Tolan.
Robbie.
So fast forward a little bit. Me and Lex, we started DJing a lot out here in Tucson together. Not every gig, but a lot of gigs, and a lot of people have come to know us. I think a lot of people saw us as kind of like a couple, almost like when it came to DJing, you like a package deal almost. But we do our own thing, and as you see, we have our own style of DJing. I do have a turntablist background. I didn't start out as a turntablist. I started out just mixing music. I had a 19-inch rack mount mixer, and I didn't do a whole lot of scratching. I did a little bit, but big shout out to Jazzy Jeff. He was a big influence on me coming up. So at one point, several years after I started, I was going to give up DJing. I was still in the military. I got orders to Korea. I went to Korea. I didn't take any equipment over there with me. And for the first 6 months over there, I didn't touch any turntables, which is a long time, to not practice your craft. But I thought about giving it up. So if you don't mind me telling this story real quick. So while you're
That's what we're here for.
While you're in Korea, you're there for a year. At your 6-month point, you get what's called a mid-tour, and you get to take leave for 30 days and go wherever you want. So after 6 months, it's actually 7 months I was there, I took leave and I went back home to be more. And while I was there, I went to some record stores, and I'm listening, and record stores in Baltimore, like a lot of record stores all over, they had turntables out where you can play the record before you buy it. So I'm playing all this like heat, like just fucking heat. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm just grabbing all these 12-inch singles and I'm stacking them. Everyone I listen to, I'm like, oh, it's hip hop, it's Baltimore Club, it's the men at Masters at Work, Kenny Dope, all that stuff. When that stuff was dropping, this was like 97. So fast forward, I go back to Korea. I spent like $300 or $400 on 12-inch singles, and I take all this music back with me to Korea. Now, remember, I wasn't DJing. I didn't have any equipment, so I went to the enlisted club, and I brought all these records to the resident DJ. I'm like, look, I got all this heat I brought back from the States. It's fresh off the presses. Can you play it for me tonight? He was like, cool, I got you. I gave him all the records. It's early in the night. It's like 9 o'clock. So he's going through some of the records, and then he comes back over to me and he's like, hey, I don't know this music, man. Would you mind spinning? He knew I was a DJ because I told him, but he had never heard me. He's like, would you mind spinning these records for me? Because I'm just not familiar. I said, well, okay. I said, but I haven't DJ'd in like almost a year, man. But I'll mess around. So I got up there. It's two 1200s. It's like a 19-inch rack mount mixer, and I get on there and like riding a bike. Like after the second, third record, the shit starts coming back to me, and I'm doing my thing. My skill level back then wasn't quite what it is now, but it was still, noticeable to a lot of other DJs. So I get on there and I'm doing my thing, and I see all the guys on the side. They're like, what the fuck? Like, where does this guy come from? And then the manager of the club came up and he's like, dude, why are you not DJing here for me? I was like, well, I said, this is the only music I have. I have $300 in records and I have no equipment. I said, that's it. He's like, do you want to DJ here? I said, I'd love to. I said, but like I said, I don't have any music. I don't have any equipment. He said, well, see what you can work out. So anyway, I met up with some other DJs that were younger DJs that, very new, that had some music. So I got with them. We would bring their music, my music to the club, and I started DJing in Korea. I started DJing off base. So that was kind of like my reintroduction, because like I said, I was going to quit. I was going to stop DJing. I just lost the love. I lost the the motivation and the passion for it. But while I was in that record store grabbing all that music, I instantly got that passion back, and it has never left me since. And this was back in '97.
That's
And
what's up.
so here we are today. I'm 52 years old, and I can never see me giving up DJing. Like, I still have a passion. I still practice, even though I tell people I never practice. I do practice. I practice.
Don't you dare give it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
We're
I
coming
know.
after you. You give up, we coming after you.
But
We're gonna form a super group called the Great Uncles.
so, but on that point, with coming back and getting that passion back, I also reinvented myself and I got into turntablism because I wasn't really doing that before. I had done DJ battles, but it was mainly just mixing. So I started buying DMC tapes because I'd never done that before. And I started studying, and I studied the craft, and I started battling. And, you know, I lost some battles at first, but then I started winning. I got my skill up, and I started winning battles. And with the battles came accolades. I got to open up for groups that I wouldn't have had the chance to do. Mixmaster Mike, I opened up for KRS, Black Sheep.
Be right.
The Executioners, you know, the Beat Junkies, Pep Love. I mean, it's a few. This was all while I was in North Carolina. And, you know, then, like I said, I wound up coming out here to Tucson. I did a lot of stuff in North Carolina. I did raves. You know, I got into EDM. I just expanded my library and reinvented myself from what I was. And even
Beautiful.
coming to Tucson, like, check this out, Serato. Before I moved to Tucson, I never played in relative mode. I always played in absolute. And the only thing I would do, I would mix, I would scratch, I would beat juggle, and I would use effects, but I never used cue points. I never used loops until I moved to Tucson. And this was the end of 2010. And I reinvented myself yet again and got into using this technology and just used it as a complement to the skill, you know, that grassroots skill that I had already built up over the years. And so, you know, here we are. This is the DJ Touch you see. And I don't, like, when I stream, I do a little bit of juggling and scratching, but I used to really, really be hardcore into it. Like, but I'm so about the music that, you know, I would rather have a good, clean set with clean transitions and no scratching than to scratch you guys to death and beat juggle you guys to death and all that. I love hearing the music, but I also love to transition in different ways where it's not, you know, the same, you know, the song's playing and let me transition over the chorus and echo out. I like to do it. That's why you see me. I'm hitting these cue points. I'm doing loops. And a lot of this stuff I'm doing on the fly because I want to test myself to see if I can make the people that are listening fall in love with the music again and hear it a different way than it's normally played. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You do that.
So, and I saw you, DJ Buddy. Hey, what do you go by, Buddy or DJ Buddy?
Buddy's cool.
Buddy. Okay. Yeah, I saw your comments. You were like, man, something you said, and I love it. You said, man, I'm going on a journey. And that's exactly what I want to do. Take people on the journey. I don't want you to be bored. I want you to be like, oh, shit. And that's another thing. I don't like playing. I don't like staying in a box too long. You know, I'll play some hip hop, but I'll go into pop. I'll go into country. I'll go into EDM. And, you know, that's my Twitch signature term, left turn. And that's what that means, you know, switching those genres on you, but having it make sense. You know, I don't want it to sound cheesy or corny. I want it to where you appreciate it. Like, oh, shit, he played this with this. I've never heard it mixed that way, and I'm still vibing to it. That's what I want.
Right.
And I'm sorry I'm being long-winded.
Nah, man, we want to hear the story. So
Yeah,
you
be
said
long-winded.
you said Tucson is an interesting place to DJ. Can you dig into that a little bit more?
Yes. So I'll compare it to the place I left before I moved here, which was North Carolina. I lived in Goldsboro, North Carolina. I don't know if you guys are familiar. It's a small town about 60 miles southeast of Raleigh-Durham. Raleigh-Durham, you know, fairly sizable city. I'd say Raleigh's about the size of Tucson, maybe a little smaller. Tucson has more land mass. We got the mountains that surround the entire city. Goldsboro, it's a hick town. So I mean, you already know there's nothing there for DJs. Now you go up to Raleigh, Durham, a lot more going on for DJs. You got the colleges, you got North Carolina Central, of course, you got Duke, University of North Carolina, and they always got stuff going on. They always had shows. That's where I did a lot of my shows, where I opened up for the hip hop artists. They had raves. So, but some of the events and DJs, I should say a lot of the DJs were very, very, very cliquish. They didn't know you. You weren't their homie or homette. You weren't getting in. And a lot of the DJs, Raleigh, Durham, even Fayetteville, Charlotte, when they stayed in a box. Not so much their fault, because a lot of the venues that they played at, they wanted this. I want hip hop. I want it ratchet. They stayed in a box. I started DJing on a radio station. First, it was a independent radio station, Hot 104.5 in Fayetteville. Didn't get paid. They would just give me music. But it wasn't BDS, so none of that music was registered. So I could play what I wanted. There was no payola going on, none of that shit. But it was like I could play what I wanted, how I wanted. And this was back in vinyl. There was no Serato. This was before Serato. So that's what I love. I like playing what I want to play. I like expressing myself through the music and not through somebody else's direction or dictation. So there was a lot of that. I felt like I was stagnating in North Carolina. And it was getting to the point where I was like, oh man, I was like, I need to do something different. So when I moved to Tucson, it was kind of like a blessing. Getting out here in Tucson, there's venues here, but you can express yourself the way you want at a lot of these places. I mean, you go and I'll play hip hop, I'll play rock, I'll play EDM, I'll play country, all in a 2-3 hour set. I couldn't do that in North Carolina. I had to be in a box.
Where?
Hip hop. Or if it was just a rave, it's just EDM. I don't like staying in that box too long, because I just feel like I'm stifling myself. I can stay in a box now. I can get on here and I can rock. Like when I do my Sunday snack set on Twitch, a lot of it's that old classic 70s, 80s R&B. And, I'm kind of in a box, but it's also a vibe, like, because I don't do that all the time. It's every Sunday, and I try to come with different classic tracks. So if you guys have ever been in there, notice, I'll start out really, really mellow, like 70, 80 BPMs, and I'll build up. But I try to do it like for Buddy, I'm taking you on a journey. Transitions still matter, I try to talk and engage with the audience, but still play that music and create a vibe. And I love doing that. And Tucson has different, even though it's not a big city, I like to call it like a big small town, because it's not a hick town, but it's not a huge city either. So I can get to wherever I want in a matter of 20 minutes or less, most places, maybe 30 minutes. Traffic, I'm from Baltimore, DC. I don't have that traffic here. And LA, don't even get me started. I love LA, but that fucking traffic should be illegal. Like, somebody should be arrested. Somebody should be arrested for allowing that traffic. I don't care what GPS you use in LA, Waze, you are getting stuck somewhere in traffic.
There's no shortcut, man.
But anyway, so Tucson, it's a big, small city, and they have, we got the U of A here. So that's kind of an influence on the culture, to make it diverse, where I'm not in a box. Like when I go to, let's say, Mr. Heads, me and Lex, we do play a lot of hip hop. We play reggaeton. But the way me and Lex play, we can get a vibe going, and we can drop a country track at a place where they really want to hear hip hop and still keep him going. When we played at Sky Bar, we could play an alternative type of vibe. And at the end of the night, and Lex can attest to this, we've had people vibing to slow jams at the end of the night, past when we were supposed to close, and they're vibing, playing slow music, or strictly rock music. You know, we're playing AC/DC, and we've had people come up to us like, man, I've never fucking danced to rock music until tonight, ever in my life. So that's I don't know, Tucson just has that swag, that vibe where you can come out of your box and like express yourself in a different way than you normally would. And when I was in North Carolina, like I said, I couldn't do that unless it was just in my own room. But nobody was listening. You know, we weren't streaming back then. At least I wasn't. So yeah, Tucson, like I said, we have the college kids, and then we have.
Touch, they're asking if you ever played the casino.
Have I ever played in a casino? I have. I have played in a casino. Not often, but yes, I have.
In Tucson?
Yep, private parties. I did a what do you call it? A reunion. I did a back to school reunion.
That must have been lit.
Yeah, it was nice. But I never had a residency at a casino. No.
Dancing to rock music is dangerous after the age of 45, says great uncle Mr. Wilson.
There was a question when you were talking. They asked what DJ inspired you to DJ?
What DJ inspired me to DJ? Okay, so initially, I'd have to say it was Jam Master Jay, rest in peace. Run DMC, they were my guys. You couldn't say shit about Run DMC to me. I love those guys, man, and their breakthrough, it was just amazing. And because I was there, I lived it. You know, when they broke out in '83, I was 14, and when we heard those songs in our school, everybody was banging it. And we had the house parties, we had the basement house parties, and along with Run DMC, Houdini, all the OGs that you really don't hear now, and those sweaty walls in the basement. I'm telling you, I just like, I can still see it. I can still smell it now. That whole era was an influence, but Jam Master Jay was the one that got me like, I think I want to do this. I want to try it. And then shit, I heard Jazzy Jeff live at Union Square and all the, their first album. I was like, how the hell does he do that? And that's when I was asking, I'm like, Mom, when I graduate high school, can I get some 1200s? How much do they cost? 400 a piece. She walked away from me. She didn't even answer me. So I would say Jam Master Jay, and then Jazzy Jeff became like almost like a virtual mentor. Like I would listen to his tapes because we didn't have videos. We didn't have the technology, of course. This is back in 86, 87. There was nothing. It was just listening to that cassette tape or the record and trying to mimic what he did. Now, mind you, I didn't have any equipment. I didn't get my own equipment until I joined the military, and I went to Germany. I got stationed in Germany, and that's where I bought my equipment and started learning how to DJ, but listening to all the music that was out there because I had no visual. All I had was audio. But to those people that were there, there's a guy named Crash who comes into my stream. His name's Calvin. He lives in Maryland. He was stationed with me in Germany. Yeah, I wish he was here because he could attest to this, because he was the first person I met that had 1200s. Well, back then they were 1210s, because in the States you had 1200s. In Europe you had 1210s, and nobody in the States had 1210s because they didn't sell them there back then. So I went to his room. I was stationed at Zweibrücken Air Base in Germany. He came up to me. We started talking. I told him I wanted to learn how to DJ. He said, "Oh, I DJ." I went to his room. He had all this set up. I was blown away. And so that's when I started like practicing and learning and listening to Jazzy Jeff and Jam Master Jay and even DJ Grandmaster Flash, and just trying to mimic what they did through sound because I had no visual. And then one day somebody sent a videotape to Germany, one of the homies, and it was a video of Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince at a prom. And you can see that same video on YouTube now. They were rocking a prom. And I remember they were playing one of the Houdini joints, and that's the first time I actually saw Jazzy Jeff Transform Live, and the whole time he was using the crossfader, I thought he was using the line switch for my DJ nerds. Anyway, so like I said, that's how I learned initially, through sound, through audio, because I had no visual. And then, like I said, I was mainly mixing and playing the music until, that episode I told you when I went to Korea and I lost the passion, got the passion back, and reinvented myself and started practicing to become a turntablist, but still incorporating that DJ, that traditional DJ flow. So what you see now is kind of like a hybrid. He's a DJ, but he's also a turntablist. So I just trying to incorporate all of it into my set as much as I can. That makes sense?
That's what's up. Very much so.
Yeah.
I have one more question for you, DJ Touch. How did you get your name? How did you get your DJ name?
DJ Touch. Okay, so I didn't have a DJ name for a long time. People just say, hey, what's your name? Tej. That's my name, Tej. So somebody gave me a name. It was called Cut Above. This was back in, I want to say, the early 90s. And I thought the name was okay, but I wasn't really feeling it. So right around the time, like I said, I went to Korea. I was trying to figure out a new name. So back up a little bit, when I was stationed in Georgia, there was a homie of mine who was also from Baltimore. We were stationed together in Georgia. His nickname was Touch. And we always say, hey, Touch, but that wasn't his real name. And I told him one day, I said, man, I love that name. I said, one day I might use that as my DJ name, DJ Touch. And, we laughed about it. He's, oh, yeah, do it. But I never did. So years passed. And when I was in Korea reinventing myself, I said, I need a name. And I hearkened back to that memory of my guy, Touch from Baltimore. I said, I'm going to go ahead and use that name. I like the name DJ Touch. And, some people used to say, hey, man, like you got a special touch when you get on the turntables. Because when I first learned to DJ, I picked it up quick. Like I was a really fast learner, man. I was a quick study. And even the guys who had been DJing 2, 3, 5 years longer than me were really, really amazed at how quickly I learned. And then I surpassed them in a matter of months. But that was partly due to the passion. I had a really strong passion for music and DJing. But that's how I got the name Touch. So yeah, I kind of took it from a homie of mine that was his nickname, and I used it as my DJ name. But people didn't call me Touch all the time like they do now. They always call me by my name, which is Tej. It wasn't really until later on, I think during my radio days when I was rocking a radio station, people just started calling me Touch and totally bypassed my government name. And that caught on when I moved here to Tucson. Like hardly anybody calls me Tej. Everybody calls me Touch. So yeah, that's how that came about.
And tell us when you'll be streaming next and when you'll be back for Strictly for the OGs.
I'm streaming tomorrow. There's an all guys raid train that a streamer, her name is Shayte, she invited me to. So that's tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then again for the Feel Good Friday raid, which we do every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So tomorrow at 1 p.m. and again at 6 p.m.
Dang, you're streaming twice tomorrow.
Yes.
Grinding.
And when will I be back for Strictly for the OGs?
Hopefully soon.
I'm not sure, but I'll definitely be hitting you up, Kay-Leezy. I appreciate all the DJs in here, man. Everybody killed it. I didn't get to see everybody's set.
We appreciate you too.
But the last time I was on, I saw everybody's set. Everybody murdered everybody. So that's what I love. Everybody brings something different. I don't want to see. I don't say I don't, but I'd rather not see somebody in the stream that spins exactly the way I do. I want to see different things. Because that's how I get inspired. Like Lex, he's an inspiration for me. Even though our styles are different, he has a lot of heat. That motherfucker has a lot of heat. And when I say heat, I don't mean music that like we all have. I'm talking about like edits. He has these edits. I'm like, and he loves like Lex. I think Lex really he really loves me, man. I could tell because he's always making memes.
Those are
And
funny.
he's back.
Don't
Always
say
bringing
Lex's
my
name 3
Right
times. He'll
on
pull up like
cue.
always
Beetlejuice.
bringing my name up. He's like, Touch, man.
Lex,
and
Lex,
he makes
Lex.
memes because when we spit together, he'll play something and I'll look at him like, really, dude? That's how you feeling?
Gas
I'm like,
face.
why don't I know about this heat? Why haven't you already handed this heat over to me? So, but he has heat, and I steal it from, like, I'm gonna need that. I Debo his heat and like give it to me. I'm gonna need it. So
It's my heat.
Look, the first time I ever DJ with Touch, the story he does I like to tell, is because of this. I didn't have a laptop; it broke in my last gig, and I was traveling. So the other DJ was like, "Well, you can just put your hard drive in his, and he'll let you rock his laptop." And, you know, Max only have 2 USBs, so he's like, "Well, I rock a hard drive, and I play after you, so that won't work." I said, "Well, do you mind if I just put some music on your desktop?" He goes, "Well, I don't put music on my computer." And I said, "Well, I'll delete it when I'm done. I promise." And he was like, "All right, cool." So I put it all on there, the infamous looking over my shoulder story. And then at the end of the night, I'm like, "Yo, Touch, hey, let me I'm trying to keep my word. Let me delete that music off your desktop." He's like, "I got it." Close the laptop. I got it. Next time I play with him, he's like, you heard this, you know what this is, right? I'm like, and that was it. After that, every time I come visit, I come to the house and he goes, "Run the heat. I know you got some. Come on, put it on the computer."
Nah, son.
He had me a thumb drive and just bring it.
That's funny.
I might withhold heat, but he is the Debo of heat. He'll be playing. He'll be like, "That's how you feeling? I need you to run that whole left side for me one
It's my
time."
heat now.
But this is the thing: when you give me that heat, you will hear me play that heat, and I'm gonna play it in a way that you have not played it. Real talk.
Facts. That's facts.
Believe that.
Believe that.
But yeah, Kay Leezy, I appreciate you inviting me out and letting me come on this. Like, it's dope. And I want to give a shout out to you for doing your thing and doing your own stream like you're doing now. Like it's dope. I applaud you, and I applaud all the other DJs, everybody who was killing it. And I love having this forum to come and do this because, as you know, Facebook, gave us the middle finger. And I was skeptical about coming to Twitch. And when I first came to Twitch, it was a slow burn. And I got on there and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm feeling this. So I stopped streaming on Twitch for about 3 months. And again, I did that whole, let me give this another shot. Let me reinvent myself. So I rearranged my studio in here and I put a little bit of money into this, a little bit of effort and time. And so here we are. I've been giving it a solid effort. I even have green screen, like you can't see it, but I have a green screen up here on my ceiling, but I don't really use it. I love the organic look, but I have it just in case, I do want to do something special, which something will be coming up soon where I may do a weekly and it'll be like a green screen stream. But for right now, I like the organic look.
Well, we are very, very glad you're back on Twitch. And anytime you want to be back on Strictly for the OGs, you're always welcome. Fire set, like shit. What a way to close the day.
Appreciate you.
I don't
Make
think
sure you give us a warning if you're gonna be on, so we can all be ready.
I got you, buddy. But buddy,
Thank you for going last,
buddy. And you should always be ready, whether I'm here or not, man. You should always come on here and kill it. That's just my opinion. Well, big shout to Mixmaster Lou in the chat, Bossy Brown. I got to give them a shout because they're fairly new to my stream. They've been coming in showing love, so I got to give a shout to them. New Jersey in the building. DJ Eric Vincent, Lex already told the story. I think he started following me on Facebook like back in 2014, 2015. So big shout to him. Definitely big shout to DJ Jamazon. He and I and Lex met in the same year, and we've been almost kind of a three the hard way on and off with DJing. So big shout to him. He's been a big influence and a big part of our DJ lives for like the last 7 years. And big shout to everybody in the chat that's been supporting. I really appreciate it. You guys just don't know. Like if you could hear our off-bar conversations, I really appreciate people that come in and support. our streams. And if you support me, I'm giving it right back to you. Real talk.
Yeah, I love the fact that we can have all of you DJs here and be able to say the things that you want to say outside of your, quote unquote performance, if you will. Every time you guys go on stream, I know there's a sense of performing, even though you're engaging, but you're performing. And I love the fact that everybody has the opportunity here to, like just like you did right now. You shout out Bossy Brown, you shout out Mixmaster Lou, you shout them out on your streams. Whoever you do, all the other DJs too, whoever you do shout out. But it feels and means a little bit different when you're doing it here. So I'm really glad you guys are all here. And man, I'm happy to have this forum for everybody to have the opportunity to do that, because it means a lot to, I feel like it means a lot to the viewers, your supporters, to really be able to hear that from all of you streamers and DJs who do work so hard for your viewers every day. And shit, DJ Touch is twice a day tomorrow.
Yeah,
So.
come through, pull up. Hopefully you don't get tired of me. Kayleezy, I got to say this real quick. Do you sing?
No.
Okay. Your voice.
She got that, don't she? She got that in her voice, though.
Voice,
I hear it
you
too.
have that jazz singer swag in your voice. I'm just saying.
She got that rasp. She knows she got it. All she got to do is come from the diaphragm with it.
To all the DJs in the chat, to everybody that knows, if we did a remake of the movie The Warriors, she would be the radio personality that was calling out all the games. If we did a remake, she would be that voice
out there.
Hey guys, I gotta run. Love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. I gotta take
Lex.
off.
All right, Lex. Peace out, fam.
Peace, Lex.
Yeah, brother.
Thank you for being here. I just want to take a moment.
Warriors, right? Everybody knows what I'm talking about, right?
Warriors.
I don't know.
You don't know?
You know what?
I've seen
We
parts
got
of it, the whole
youngins. We
thing.
got youngins.
I don't know.
K-Weezy, I'm going to need you to get that movie. I'm going to need you to watch it. And you need to pay close attention to the radio personality in that movie.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Warriors, come out and play.
Yes.
I got 2 Coke bottles here.
I just gave you some homework, Kayleezy.
Okay.
Right. Enough of that.
That's another thing on the to-do list.
Watch the Warriors.
The
it's
Warriors.
a good movie.
I might have watched it. I'm not sure if I have, but I'll get back to you on that.
Movie, right? I mean, before even Wild Style. It's kind of like
it has that steez, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cult classic. It came out in '79.
Yeah.
Yeah, go watch Warriors and go watch
Warriors.
Okay.
Hey,
a lot of movies to watch.
Hella movies.
You know, I mean, if you're gonna be repping for the OGs, you gotta,
All right, I guess I gotta do my homework.
I got the DVD if you need to borrow it, but I think it's on Netflix.
I don't have anything to play a DVD on. I have
DVD?
No
you hear that
DVD,
millennial
CD,
stunt?
Blu-ray player of any sort.
You hear that millennial stunt? Everything's on the
So
cloud.
giving me a
You
DVD would be
uncle.
completely useless.
Big shout to JB Wright in the chat. That's Missouri fam right there.
I just want to shout out everybody that's in the chat right now.
Shout out.
Fire Chaser, JB Wright, the original DJ JU Ice is still in the house. Bossy Brown,
Brooklyn.
Mixmaster Lou is in the house still. D Scants. I'm so sorry. I cannot multitask when I'm listening. I can't read the chat, and when I'm reading the chat, I can't listen. So I'm trying to listen more than I am reading the chat, but I'm not trying to ignore anybody.
We got that thigh meat.
Now, we got an air horn for everybody in the chat right now. This is for y'all.
Abloon is still in the house.
Big
out
shout
So-
out to Scotty 381. If I could give her
DJ
a shout.
Mr. Wilson, tell us about what is thigh meat, because I read in the private
gonna
chat that
cook.
we have here. He's like, I'm supposed to start thigh meat at 10, but I love hearing y'all talk.
He needs to cook.
Before you go, you can start cooking at 11 o'clock.
He got to do the thigh meat again today.
Before
You gotta
Man, I
defrost.
have to work
go.
in the morning. That's a late start.
Oh, there you
but,
go. Yeah.
No, Thigh Meat Thursday is just I was doing this Zoom party for a while. Shout out to the virtual day parties crew. I was doing a party and they nicknamed me DJ Thigh Meat. So
DJ Thigh Meat.
when the pandemic eased, in the city they were based in, which was Chicago, they went to much more infrequent events online. So I just kept streaming on Thursdays for some of the people that still weren't comfortable going out. I just called it Thigh Meat Thursdays. That's all. Hey, I got two quick things I do want to say before I go.
Oh my gosh.
I have two quick things I want to say. Number one, I got a tip for everybody out there. Y'all know how they say, don't trust a skinny cook, right? You ever heard that phrase?
Yeah.
Don't trust a DJ that doesn't dance. Think about it, right? You got to get high off your own supply.
Yup.
Right.
Amen.
And then number two, I just have to stunt so fucking hard. I don't have my notifications on my social media. Fucking Jimmy Jam shared my fucking mix on Instagram because I did a tribute mix to him and Terry Lewis.
Huge.
And he fucking followed me. Like, this is a very happy fucking day.
Wow, that's big.
I mean, my DJ hero, somebody got my shit. One of my musical heroes, somebody got my mix to him and he heard it and he fucking shared it and he fucking followed.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Amazing.
All right, I'm done. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna listen for a little bit and I'm gonna get my stream ready to go.
Big
Okay,
shout out to
well-
Scotty UK in the building.
Well, is there any of you DJs who have a question for DJ Mr. Wilson?
DJ Mr. Wilson, how long you been DJing?
I kind of started in 1995, 4 or 5. I had a lab partner who couldn't do the work at FAMU, but he was a good DJ, and he worked at the radio station. And so I did our Digital Logic projects, and I really wanted to learn how to DJ. My parents also wasn't popping with no equipment, so he got me into the radio station after they would close late at night, and he taught me how to DJ, and he would also let me close his parties. And the funny story is, and I think I told people here last week, that DJ's name was Will Packer, who's actually a very, very successful film producer now. But yeah, that's where I started. But I kind of really put it away because I was having a hard time affording vinyl when I got away from fam.
Oh, tell me about it.
And I kind of, when the CDJs came out and the MP3s, I was like, oh, I can kind of pick it up again. So I kind of started back again and like in earnest in like 03. And you could kind of tell that when I was actually booking work, I was on CDJs because my mixing style doesn't sound like someone who like really plays on vinyl a lot. So
yeah, shout to FAMU and the HBCUs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you see the green screen and the orange shirt, man. I'm always repping. Not hardly home, but always repping.
Hell yeah.
DJ LeDrew, thank you for the bits and welcome in. If you're just joining us, this is the last stop on Strictly for the OGs. We're here with DJ Mr. Wilson, Buddy JBr05ki, RevUp, DJ Touch, and myself. If you have any questions at all for any of these DJs, make sure you hashtag question in the chat so we don't miss it. And make sure please host the channel so that we can grow all these really dope DJs, discoveries, and communities stronger in number, guys, right? Any other questions for Mr. Wilson before he goes off to cook his thigh meats?
What are you making with your thigh meat? What you got
Wait,
in there?
what am I making with my thigh meat?
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, I'm Creole, so there's always rice.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah! I love
There's always
rice.
Yeah.
Remember rice?
If you go to a Creole person's house and they don't got a rice cooker, they're not Creole.
They cook it by the pot.
We too lazy to make
Where
it.
you from? Where you living at, Mr. Wilson?
I'm in LA, but and I grew up in Houston. But I got family all along I-10 from Houston all the way to like Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Mixmaster Lou has a question for, I guess, all the DJs. Does everyone use Serato, and does anyone use audio interfaces for streams and or in real life?
I use Serato. I mean, I've used audio interfaces, but if it has Serato integrated, I'm gonna use it.
Serato #1.
Yeah.
Yes, I use Serato.
Serato.
I use a record box when I do some house gigs. Just because it's
I heard
so
record
easy.
box is good for house.
I mean, it's just so easy.
Yeah.
Because all of the music is quantized. The way you mix it and spin it is not very dynamic. So you don't, it's just. I mean, it's if I go someplace, if I go like I did a house festival and like I mean, it's just like it's so easy to plug into one USB drive, and then and then you got 2,000 songs, and you just go from there. So.
Man, I was on Rekordbox for a little bit while I had to use my main Mac as a streaming computer. I hated Rekordbox so much. I hated it.
I mean, it's not
off Rekordbox.
It's not good for like the way you would use cue points and loops and the dynamicism that you would use for most music. But I mean, the thing about it is the way that you spin house. I mean, like you're talking 16 bar, 32 bar, sometimes 64 bar transitions, and everything is a lot more like slow. So
shout out the word of the day, dynamicism.
Whoa.
Dynamicism. Is that a word?
It probably
is now. It is now.
It probably is. I say words all the time, and people say, "Is that a word? Is that a word?" And then I go, "I think so," because I just read a lot.
Hey, it's a word now.
And then they go, "I never heard of it," and they look it up, and it's a word, but I can't always define it. You know what I mean? You ever say something, and then somebody says, "What does that mean?" I don't know. It just my brain told me to say it.
Good night, DJ Jamazon. Thanks for coming through, bro.
All right, Jamazon, peace.
It's the principalities, man.
Thank you for hanging out with us, DJ Jamazon.
DJ Jamazon, like Amazon. Is he Brazilian?
Jamazon Prime.
No, he is not Brazilian.
Oh.
Okay, so since we are using this platform to shout out the people that support your streams, DJ Mr. Wilson, is there anyone in their chat or in general that you'd like to shout out who either contributed to your stream or supported your stream?
Well, I would like to point out that there's a bunch of people in here that are frequent visitors, like Bossy Brown, and I've got one of my main mods repping in here from the UK, Miss Scotty 381. So shout out to Scotty as well.
Shout out to the UK.
There she is, Scotty. Bossy Brown. She needs heavy meat, she says.
Oh,
Nick. We're gonna drop it on the counter like it's gonna make a thud.
Bossy Brown, this is a family show.
Okay. In the chat, anyone's in the chat, drop where you're tuning in from. What city are you from? What state are you from? What country are you from? Let us know in the chat. And I think I have a question here that is for all the DJs. What was the first record you ever bought? Let's start with our first ever guest on the last stop, DJ Touch. What was the first record you ever bought?
Oh man, taking it back. I think it was a Prince album. I think it was trying to remember the name of the album. It wasn't Purple Rain, it was the album prior to that.
1999.
No, actually prior to that, it had the song Controversy. Remember the song Controversy?
That was the Controversy album. Yeah.
That was 1990. Okay, yeah. That was the first album or record I bought because I had just gotten my first stereo and I bought that record, that album.
JBr05ki, what was the first record you ever bought?
Dude, I can't even remember. I remember getting, you know, one of those McDonald's ads. It would have like a record on there. That's like from way back. But I think the very first record I bought was Tribe Called Quest, Benita Applebaum's single, I think, and Triumph by Wu-Tang single.
Youngins.
Yeah.
Says
Young
the great
Guns,
uncle.
man. I still bought records though.
DJ Buddy, what was the first record you ever bought?
I'm not sure. There's two records that I remember. I can't remember the record store. It was in Walnut, and they were both on the top shelf. And I walked in. So I don't know if these are the first records I ever bought, but two records that I really remember seeing, and they were like shining. It was Lil' Kim, Crush on You. That was the first one. This joint right here. Let me see if it'll play. This one right here. I remember the cover. It's three squares and Lil' Kim in all different
The colors.
wigs. And then on that same top shelf was the J5. What was the first one?
JU.
Yeah, with the denim background. It was
Yeah.
just their logo, and it had this song on there.
A little something.
And yeah, those were the two. Very memorable.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, those were the two that I remember.
Bossy Brown wants to know, damn, how old are you? Who are you asking, Bossy Brown?
Who are you damning?
He's asking the old people.
While we wait for her to answer, RevUp, what was your first record?
This Thud Rumble scratch record.
Is that Booger Breaks? What is
No,
that?
Dirt Style.
Dirt Style?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
The person that was speaking.
The person
So
that
Bossy
was-
Brown wants to know how old you are, buddy.
Meow.
I'm 40. 40 and 3/4.
Oh yeah, it's almost your birthday, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
When's your birthday?
December 26th.
What?
Wow. He was born on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Boxing?
Canadian
Boxing Day?
Boxing Day.
Is there such? Yeah, there's a Boxing Day. I seen it in a calendar.
Yeah, in Canada, it's an actual holiday that people have off, and it's
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Boxing Day, the day
There's a
after
day for everything.
Christmas. Yeah.
Today is National Identity Theft Awareness Day. Don't ask me how I know that, but it is.
And then Bossy Brown wants to know the first record you bought was Lil' Kim. That statement, that question
I'm
sounded
gonna need
a
more
little bit
context.
judgy.
I'm gonna need more context with that question. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't the
Yeah.
first, but probably wasn't the first piece of music you bought. It was the first
Yeah,
piece
true.
of vinyl you bought.
It was
right?
definitely not the first piece of music. I mean, when I went to go see Santa at my mom's work day, and I thought it was actually Santa until I saw him and his fake ass beard. But he did give me Milli Vanilli CD and MC Hammer, the MC Hammer CD,
The
and I
first
really
one?
wanted those.
Was it the Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him?
Please,
That
Hammer, don't hurt him.
Let's
And
get
I
Classic.
wanted those pants so bad, but they didn't have them at the swap meet. Gold.
You gotta go to,
I was
you gotta
looking
go to
hard for
Oakland
that.
for that.
Yeah, that's an Oakland OG piece. Probably.
Speaking of pieces, have you guys ever seen the MC Hammer pumps in the bump video?
with the zebra thong. Yeah.
Yeah, the banana hammock.
Yeah, the banana hammock.
A banana hammock.
That's a piece. That should be an emote.
It should be. It should
Pumps in a bump. Pumps in a bump.
Who got an open slot for that?
He did a tip drill video for women.
Oh wow.
Well, seeing as everybody else is a return to strictly for the OGs, I'm going to open this up for DJs to ask each other questions. So, or in the chat, if you guys have any questions for any of the DJs, throw it in the chat. Make sure you do put the hashtag question in front of your question so I don't miss it to ask.
So I got a question for everybody. Who takes requests?
I do.
I
always listen.
Yeah. IRL gigs, you take a request.
So give me the
Not like a
positive.
club.
Give me the positive side of requests when you're out. IRL gigs.
You get tipped.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't tell them I'm gonna play it, but I listen and I say I'm gonna try.
Yeah. I'll try.
Sometimes they ask for something that's completely not on theme, and then I try to see if I can fucking live remix it right there to make it.
Yeah.
I've done that before. Fuck it.
Play Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bahad Bahani.
You have to be careful though if you take money for a song because like
that
in
means you
LA,
gotta play it.
like I learned my lesson real quick. Like when these gangsters, I don't want to say what their ethnicity was, but it was one of the few ethnicities that I'm scared of as a black man. And and they kept saying, they said, hey, can you play a Tupac record? And they put the bill down, and I said, yeah, sure. And then I thought that was gonna be it. But then they just stayed there the rest of the night, and they kept putting the bills down, and they kept asking for more and more Tupac. And the venue was emptying out. But I was too scared to say no because they looked like some gangsters in the country they were from. You know what I mean? So I cleared the whole venue and I played like Tupac for like 45 minutes. But I made $4,500 or whatever, however much. No, I made like $1,500 playing like Tupac records because they just kept putting the bills down. But I got in trouble.
Wow.
With the owner.
Get your money though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got in a lot of trouble with that venue. That was like that was at Element. I don't know if y'all remember when Element was hot. It was the same people that owned Ledoux.
But that's
way
the downside
before
of
my
playing.
time.
That's the downside of
fucking with
playing
you.
requests.
Does anyone have a eloquent way of saying no to somebody when they come up to you and ask for a request?
The music is loud. All I do is I just give them a very compassionate look of.
That's real as fuck.
Because they can't hear you
real.
anyway, right?
That's real. That is so real.
I just try to make myself look really small, like.
I just tell them, I'll try to fit it in later.
That's always the keyword try.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me check if I got it.
Listen, and if you hear it, and even if you got it, I don't got that.
Here's
like,
what
you don't
happens
got-
when
you
you
don't
say you
got
don't
the-
got it. They
You
ask
don't
you, you got
can't
an ox.
stream it, and it was like, no, I don't. The way my checking account is set up, I gotta check the no, I can't stream it live.
So let me ask you this, and I see it's happened to you, Mr. Wilson, but I've found that when I accept a lot of requests, that person will try to abuse me and try to treat me as a jukebox, and they keep coming up asking, or let's say they don't give me any money. They just come up and ask for a song. I say, okay, I'll play it. And it may be in the beginning of the night. I'll play their song. And then after that, that's when they start running up like every 2 minutes. And that's when, I start acting out of pocket because that frustrates me. I'm like, okay, look, I did you a solid. Now you're going to abuse me, take me for granted, coming up here asking, like, I'm serious, like every 2 or 3 minutes, can you play this? Can you play this?
Play
I
it on
I
YouTube.
will not be a jukebox. So that's when I shut that down. I'm like, nope.
It depends on how old they are. Like if they're like 17, 16, if they're young, and I'm at like a kid party, or like I do a lot of like young people events, man. And I mean, like, so half the time I'm like, shit, let me go listen to this shit in my headphones. This might be the next wave. You know what I mean? So it just really depends on like, but I will say this: if some little kid comes and asks me to play some shit, and then I play it, and then that shit goes off, I'm like, hey, little motherfucker, come back here. What should I play next? Hey, listen, that's how I learned about what was the song? The first song Soulja Boy had. I was doing a wedding, and it was a YouTube song, and this was before anybody over the age of 15 was learning about music online, right? It was strictly a YouTube thing, and he was like, "Hey, can you play this record?" And I was like, shit, I'll see what I can do. And he actually had it on a CD, and I loaded it in my laptop, and I put it on, and then them kids went crazy, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This shit sounds horrible.
That song's fun to scratch in.
Yeah,
it has that
I didn't know about the you. I didn't know the dance. It was brand new, dude. I'm telling you, man.
Hell yeah.
Just wanted to shout out those the new folks that have just joined us here in the chat. DJ Wizard, ATX. Welcome to the last stop.
Play, my neighbor.
Play,
what up?
DJ, what's up? And then Bossy Brown is still up in here. JB Right is still in here. Mixmaster Lou, he has a question for you guys. What is your favorite song right now? Anyone can go first. Whoever speaks first goes first.
Make a Smile by Bill Withers right now.
That's hard to answer because there's so much music.
Just pick one, man. Whatever pops in your head. There's no wrong answer.
Let me see what the first song is on my
if I had to pick one, there's been a song I've been playing on repeat. Like I get in the shower, I'll play this song on repeat. It's about 4 or 5 years old. It's Flume, Never Be Like You.
Oh,
that's
flames.
I love that song. That's just like, I'm feeling that song right now. Flume, Never Be Like You.
Somebody's got to take notes because I'm going to want these songs after.
That's this right here.
I'm putting mine in the chat.
DJ Mr. Wilson's is Make a Smile by Bill Withers.
I don't know.
Since you're talking about Bill Withers, I mean, Lovely Day has been something I always try to get on right now.
And if you're just joining us, this is DJ Mr. Wilson, Buddy, JBr05ki, RevUp, coincidentally, all from Los Angeles, California, relatively, more or less. And then we have DJ Touch from Tucson, Arizona.
Who's playing the Flume?
Buddy's playing the Flume.
And we're just here, live, chatting, asking each other questions, shooting this shit, having some laughs.
The chat.
Shouting out the chat, shouting out our supporters. Hanging out at almost 11 o'clock on a Thursday night after a fire day of hip hop. Everybody's set. Everybody killed it today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep, appreciate it.
What was, this is to everyone, all the DJs, what was your favorite part of the day? For those that the parts that you did tune into, what was your favorite part of the day? What was the song that got it for you? Like, shit, I actually haven't heard that one in a minute.
First, JBr05ki doing pull-ups. That was great.
Yeah.
I'm sore, but it's all good. Pain is weakness leaving the body.
We're gonna have a six-pack back pretty soon.
Yeah.
Six-pack
in
doing pull-ups.
case you guys don't know, JBr05ki has a pull-ups channel, Point Redemption. And he has no cooldown on it. So we
Yeah, so for
spamming
whatever
it.
reason today, everybody followed one another and just redeemed pull-ups. Like, I think we redeemed like 20 pull-ups today.
Yeah. Buff Broski.
Jay Buffsky.
Jay Swolski.
Jay Swolski.
DJ
And
Rev Up. What's good,
I would
man?
have to
You've been
say, because
kinda
this is my
quiet.
first time catching DJ Touch, and what was very interesting to me is the transition, I guess, songs that he would use to transition between songs. You had a lot of that on deck. Is that all on the fly, or did you put together a set?
So can you elaborate on what you said? Like what exactly? Like,
So
give me an
I can't.
example.
Okay, so current song is playing right now, and then you would play a loop of I can't remember like an exact example, okay, but you would be playing a song right now, and then you would play a loop of something that goes like, where the ladies at, where the
Okay.
ladies at, and
Okay.
then you would bring in the other song, and you do that quite often, and you do it very smooth, like it was set up. So I just want to know if those are things that you implement in your set all the time, and you can already do it on the fly, or did you really put together a set for this evening?
So for tonight, I grabbed music and I threw it in a folder. But what you're talking about are acapella loops,
Yes,
and
acapella loops.
they're good segues. So I do this thing and I call it touch and go. I just came up with that name.
No pun intended or pun intended?
Pun intended. And it's basically, you take, and it doesn't have to be an acapella loop. It could be, like, for instance, what you're talking about. I use an acapella loop, and it was like, to the ladies, and you noticed I played lady MCs whenever I
Exactly.
would drop it.
Exactly.
There's another thing I do where I'll take Jamie Foxx, DJ, won't you play a love song? And I'll loop that, DJ, won't you play this girl? And I'll drop a slow song. And I call it touch and go. So basically I'm playing a loop or something that's kind of themed, and then I'll drop a song that supports the theme. And I just play a little bit of the song and I go back to that intro, and you know what I mean? And I just call it touch and go, because you touch it and then you go and you move on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can do it on the fly. I mean, for tonight's set, I just threw the stuff in the crate. And when I got to it, I'm like, okay, I got all my lady MC songs here. And it was somewhat rehearsed, but also on the fly. You know what I mean? But I can do it on the fly or rehearse it. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't have to practice it. I don't know. I guess it's just from experience, Does that make
It's just
sense?
been something you've been it's like your
1000.
signature.
Yeah, like I can
You don't
just
have to
do it.
practice your signature.
And yes, I do it sometimes when I'm out live. Maybe not as long. I keep it moving because I'm trying. If I'm making people dance, it's different. It's a different vibe when you're on Twitch as opposed to in real life. So, but yeah, like I said, I don't rehearse all my sets. Sometimes I just come in here and I go in a crate and I just get busy. And sometimes some of those are my best sets I have on here. And then sometimes I'll throw music in a crate, and I'll just stay in that crate. But it's not practiced or rehearsed. It's just the music that I want to play. You know what I mean?
Does everybody use crates? Or do you guys not use crates until today, like Lex did?
So I got a whole bunch of crates set up already, based on pockets. I got like my pop crates, R&B crates, rap crates. So I keep it all organized. And then when I have something special that I'm preparing for, I'll create a whole brand new crate. So yeah, that's how I get down. So for Strictly, since it's something that is an event, it's a festival, it's a celebration of music, I make sure that I put together a set before I go in. Most of the times I stay within that crate, but I can jump out if I feel so inclined. But I do come with something prepared.
RevUp?
All right, Mr. Wilson.
Same.
Thank you so much for being here, Mr.
Peace, brother.
Wilson.
Thigh me
Peace out,
time.
Mr. Wilson. So, buddy, when I play out, I hardly ever prepare a set. And the reason I don't is because you never know how the vibe's going to go with the crowd. So I feed off the crowd. And if I have another DJ spinning with me, I feed off of them too. Like I said, DJs inspire me. So when I play out, I never have a set ready because it may not fit for what I have to do for that night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always off the cuff when I play out live.
Broski? RevUp?
What up? I'm reading this down here, so my eyes are going downwards. What's up? You scared me. Hey.
Crates? No crates?
I did a crate today, but I jumped out of the crate. So, like
Did
when
you
I started
climb
playing
up the
Nate Dogg,
crates?
yeah, like I went down to a different crate. Like I started playing some Nate Dogg stuff, and I had a Nate Dogg crate. So I was like, let me dip in there real quick, and then go back around and do all that.
I did like that Nate Dogg set.
It ain't a hit until Nate Dogg spit.
Shout to Bossy Brown for the love. I appreciate you, Miss.
Bossy Brown.
She said she loved the ladies portion of the set. Of that.
You did the crate challenge?
Who did the crate challenge? I still want to do the
You
crate
did,
challenge.
Broski.
I did?
Wait, Kay Leezy wants to do the crate. Okay, hold on.
No,
If you guys want
I
to
have
see
had
Kay
this
Leezy,
conversation for so long now that I do want to do the crate challenge
if
because
you
I've
guys want to
seen
see Kay
videos
Leezy
of it
on the
actually
stream-
being achieved.
If you guys want to see Kay Leezy do the crate challenge next Thursday at the last stop, can we get some ones in the chat? I want to see a lot of those.
The
Don't break
real
a hip.
challenge I've been finding is not actually doing the crate challenge. It's finding the fucking crate.
Hold on.
Where are you gonna
You-
go look for crates?
You got a whole bunch of DJs right here. There's all kinds of crates.
I got some
Slow
crates.
down.
Kate Levy, don't
shit.
break it.
But how
up.
high
Why
were
is
we gonna
there
go?
so many
7.
ones?
It's the ones
7?
crew.
7.
You need 7 crates for
You
it?
need 7 tall
Okay.
Yeah, at
For the
least
middle.
7 for the
on
middle.
grass.
Are you
on
using
grass.
the carnation ones with the metal band around it? Those are more stable.
Yeah, I would say those.
Yeah. I
Okay,
got
so
some.
'Cause we
Am I
Yes,
allowed
ones, too.
padding? Can I wear padding?
Yeah.
No, no.
You might want to.
Who wore padding
mean,
on the?
I still gotta go to work though.
That's
Just
what I'm
don't fall.
saying. You can't
Yeah,
do
just
the
don't
crate
fall.
challenge if you're not going to do it the way everyone else does.
It'll still be just as funny if I fell with padding.
No,
It might be funny with you wearing the padding, depending.
Yeah.
on what
Well, that's
the
what I
padding looks
mean. Can I wear padding? I'll
Like
wear
if we
padding.
wrap you in a blankie or something, that'd be fun.
No,
like if
let's
I
wrap
wore
her in
like a
bubble wrap.
sumo wrestler
Bubble
suit or
wrap.
something.
I'm with the sumo wrestler suit. That could be a vibe.
Big shout to DJ RevUp. He's been quiet today.
Rev up.
Yo.
went viral.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Do you have any crates for me to borrow?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Nah.
Oh,
I could probably find some though.
Wood crates? Damn.
that would hurt going
That would.
down wood
Yo,
crate.
for
Oh
real.
my god, the corner.
Ah,
The
scrape.
splinters.
Sheesh.
Yeah, Bossy Brown says I need a helmet too. Yeah, I'm gonna need a helmet too.
Yo, you need a motorcycle helmet, man.
I would look ridiculous.
You need shoulder
I'll still do
pads.
it though.
What
Awesome
kind of
Brown
helmet are we
said,
talking
"Don't
about?
do
Like
it."
a bicycle helmet with the
Nah, she needs a
mohawk
motorcycle
on
helmet.
She needs a jock strap.
it? Jock strap.
Yo, those crate corners are
For
sharp,
what?
dog. I don't know. Just
For her jock.
yeah. Safety first. Rule number 1.
Rule number one.
Juan.
Bubble wrap
Number one.
K Leezy.
Yeah. Protect K Leezy at all costs, man.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm
Bubble
down
wrap
to
would
do
be
the crate
fun.
challenge. Y'all find me crates and I'll do them.
Bossy Brown said, "Don't do it."
Reconsider.
I've been talking
Anybody
about this
in the
crate
chat
challenge for
do the
months.
crate challenge? Has anybody in the chat
Oh
done
yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
JB Wright
JB Wright
says,
said, "I am not condoning this foolery,
But they'll watch.
but I'm gonna watch."
But- but make sure I record it though, right, JB Wright?
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Just make sure. Just stream it. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. Next Thursday,
Y'all
we
Gonna
got
be
7
outside.
days to put together some crates.
Yeah. Just go back behind an Albertsons or something. Find something.
I actually built my whole first studio out of crates. Like all my tables, where my turntables were, my like empty space. Like I built it all with milk crates.
That's sick. I kind of remember that.
I want to know what DJ Touch's first studio ever looked like. Was it nice? Was it ghetto? Describe.
Who's asking?
Me.
Kaylee. Okay. So remember, I told you I was stationed in Germany. That was my first assignment when I joined the Air Force. And I lived in a dorm, and I had a roommate.
There you go.
So after I collected all my equipment that I needed, I had we both had, you know what wall lockers are, right?
Yeah.
So at the top of the wall locker, you know, we had our clothes in the wall locker. At the top of the wall locker was a bin that you could put other stuff in. So what I did, I took my bin and my roommate's bin. He let me use it. And I got some, I can't remember if I used a table, if I used like some crates, and I put those bins on top of the crates, and they were like my table. And then I put my turntables, mixer, and I had, you know, back then, you know, we had like stereo wars, as they called it. And, you know, I had my speakers, I had like 2 tape decks, I had a CD player.
Sound clash.
All kinds of crap, all kinds of stuff that I don't have anymore. So it wasn't ghetto, like it looked dope for what I had, but it didn't look glamorous either. You know what I mean? But it worked. It was dope because it was like jerry rigged almost. But,
That's hip hop.
But it wasn't
Hustle and
sloppy.
flow.
Like it wasn't sloppy. It wasn't like ghetto. Just I don't know, kind of like Frankenstein. Like if you put something together like Frankenstein, but it was dope. It's not like nice like this backdrop. It wasn't like that, but it was dope but functional. And it was
That was probably like the one you're most proud of, even though yours now takes more money, the way it looks, its appearance, the setup, but you were probably really proud of the first one.
I was, and
More
everybody
so
that came
than
to
anyone after that.
Yeah, and everybody that came to my room was like, "Damn, this is dope, man. How'd you do this? How'd you come up with it?" So yeah, that was my first. So that was back in that was a long time ago.
A real long time ago.
Yup.
RevUp, what did yours look like, the first one ever?
Man, when I first got my setup, I had it on one of those,
Man.
What does that mean when someone first starts their sentence with "man"?
It means it's gonna be good.
Yeah. It's gonna be really
man.
good.
I literally set it up, my entire setup on the kitchen table.
That's cool. Cooking up beats.
Yeah. So I had no other space. So I was like, I'm gonna use this. This is the only table I got, until I ended up going to like Walmart and buying one of those like 6-foot white foldable tables and just set that up in my room. Put the crate
Turntables
up.
take a lot of space.
Yeah.
They really do.
So
And
I
they're
put,
heavy as fuck, so you can't even just put it on any surface.
Nope.
No, and it was really short because like those I don't even those foldable tables aren't that tall.
Oh, yeah, they're short.
Not like these desks now. So I had to like buy cases for the turntables and stuff. So I put those underneath, and then it was at a decent height. And then I ended up going and upgrading to like an actual desk like this. But yeah, I started on the kitchen table.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up.
Broski,
So I got
what
kicked
was
off,
yours?
and I was like, "Oh man, I gotta get something else."
Let's see. I had my drawer set, you know, like where I put my clothes and stuff. But it was kind of short for the turntable, so I'd put cardboard so it'd be stable. Damn. Like 2 pieces of cardboard, like a cardboard box. But now it's on
How-
this thing now. It's on a rolling desk.
Everything on rollies.
Everything on wheels. Shout out to
Everything on
Buddy.
wheels, man.
Wheels.
So you need to put spinners on them.
I do.
How old was everybody when you guys started? Well, not when you guys first touched a turntable, but like when you guys said, I want to be a DJ.
That was like high school.
I was compared to everybody else. I think I started pretty late. I was 21. No, yeah, 21. I was 21 at the time.
I think I was 14 or 15.
Dang. So you knew.
Yeah. I just
At when you know at 14, 15, you just kind of know.
That's the golden age.
Yeah.
but I
Lots
didn't
of good
get to
music.
actually do it until much later.
Yeah.
Didn't have the money.
Yeah, that was the main hurdle to jump, was the money for equipment, for all the vinyl and all of that.
Yeah, this is a lot of money. This like
It is.
DJing, saying that you want to DJ and actually taking the steps to DJing, it's a huge investment.
Yeah, for real.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember asking my mother this question a while ago. I said, hey, do you remember when I asked you to buy me some 1200s way back in the day and you told me no? And I said, did you ever think that I would still be DJing today? She was like, no. She said, that's one reason I didn't buy that shit, because I didn't know if you would stick with it. But here I am, like 40 years later, and I'm still doing it. And my mother actually comes in my streams. She comes in Twitch and supports.
That's cool.
That's dope.
Mama.
Yep.
Broski buddy, how old were you guys when you first said I'm gonna be a DJ?
You know what? I never really thought about it like that. It was just something that I just did. So I started when I was 17, and I just didn't question it. I think I took a stand at one point when I told my parents I didn't really care about getting a job or like really focusing on college. So I guess I actually made the stand like maybe around 22.
Okay.
School wasn't all the way in the way. I just couldn't do it, and it made me depressed, and it ruined my DJing because I was just sad all the time and just wanted to forget and be high.
Get high.
Broski, how old were you?
How old was I? Well, let me think. It's been a while, dude. Let's see. I could take it back to high school when we were all crew, just like meeting up every weekend or every day after school, just cutting it up. You know, like sophomore year. So that was about like, how old were we when we were sophomores? 16?
16-ish.
Yeah, like around 16-ish. But then I kind of trailed off and just got a job. But then when Serato came out, that's when like I was like, oh, you can DJ with MP3s now. That's cool. That was a cool time. I remember Buddy was like, oh, you're a Serato hoe. I was like, yeah.
I'm a hoe too now.
Hell yeah.
Yo, Bossy Brown, if you're talking to me when you say I know they wanted to wring your neck, they more looked at me like the world was gonna end and I was gonna die. When I told my parents I was gonna stop going to college.
Just want to take a second to shout out the chat. Abloon is in the building still. Bossy Brown still here hanging out.
I have all kinds of vinyl, by the way.
DJ Yums just joined us. For those of you who are just joining us, it's the Last Stop live chat with DJ Buddy, DJ JBr05ki, RevUp, and DJ Touch. We're just here shooting the shit. If you're just joining us, you missed DJ Mr. Wilson and you missed DJ Lex that was here also. Feel free if you have any questions that you want to ask any of the DJs to put #question in the chat so I don't miss it and I make sure I ask the question. Mixmaster Lou is still here. JBr07ki. Scotty, of course, is still here, hanging out and modding for me. I appreciate you so much, Scotty. From the UK. Where's everybody tuning in from? Throw that in the chat. City, state, country. Where y'all tuning in from? What time is it over there?
I like country.
Quick air
What?
horn for all the mods.
Shout out to the Mad Mod.
Oh, and for everyone just joining us, I just made affiliate today.
She really did, though.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Nashville.
I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out all the stuff that comes with being an affiliate. So hopefully by next week, I'll have emotes.
Emotes.
I'll have some kind of channel point stuff. But
Ice
it's
Cube.
going to take me some time to figure out.
Ice Cube emote.
Ice
So,
Cube.
It's a
Lizzie,
lot.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Are you OCD?
I think so. I would say so. I wouldn't deny it. I think I would be more so OCD than not. Maybe not extreme, but
I can see it.
is anyone else
Tell us
OCD?
more.
Yeah, tell us more. How do you see this? What do you see?
I'm OCD. Well, I'm told I'm
93 to
OCD.
infinity emote.
Oh gosh.
Oh, Kay Leezy. So, did you like that I snuck that in there?
You know, it was very, very tasteful. For those who don't know, last week, yeah, we had a DJ. The assignment was not understood, and there was a lot of house that was played on Strictly for the OGs. Yeah, so
But it was OG house.
at this point, anything that is not house is cool. 93 to infinity seems just that much more okay now. So if you guys want to
Especially when it's
play
an edit.
93 to infinity, and especially the way Touch played it, man, that shit was creative as fuck.
Yes.
Like, it was like I heard it, but I didn't. It was there, but then it was gone. That shit was dope.
Touch and go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Touch and go.
Oh, that was funny.
Scotty says she's mildly OCD.
All right, so just for
God is
reference,
OCD.
I actually got out my tape measure. I had to put all this setup back, and I brought out a tape measure to measure equal lengths on both sides of the CDJs.
Oh, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Would that be considered OCD?
I guess.
Like,
Kinda, yeah.
What would you consider OCD? Because we seem to use it so loosely.
I
But
mean,
what
true-
is it?
true,
To what
true.
degree? Being efficient, paying attention to detail.
Detail.
Are those things really OCDs?
No,
OCD really is an actual problem where, like, you have to touch the doorknob 5 times before you walk away, or you have to breathe 10 times every time you touch your phone before you turn it on. Like, it's an actual
Right.
disorder. People use
Right.
OCD really loosely. I think what most people are is just like either attention to detail or maybe a little bit neurotic about stuff.
Yeah. And then we call
Accurate.
it OCD.
Yeah, I
Borderline
think that's
OCD.
the
But
that's
being
the AKA version of that.
but having structure and being like neat, to where it's not obsessive is just, to me, is normal. But I'm told I'm OCD because I'm neat. I have organization, and I do
Yeah.
certain things, but I don't like have to breathe 5 times on the phone before I touch it. But I'll wipe
That-
it off. I'm clean. You know what I mean? It's just, but I'm
That's when you just tell those people like, nah, you're messy.
exactly,
OCD, you're messy.
exactly.
And embrace it, all right?
I'm actually not neat. I think I'm a pretty messy person. I don't need everything to be clean all the time, but there needs to be clean at certain points. But I think what I do, quote unquote, like everybody says OCD over, is things need to be right. Like I like to be thorough about stuff. I need to make sure, okay, well, do we have this taken care of? Have we thought about that? Dot my I's, cross my T's, and that would be my quote OCD or attention to detail or structure or whatever you would call it. I'm not necessarily like I'm clean, but I'm messy. Like I don't have a dirty ass filthy house, but there's shit lying around. You know.
Yeah, I got scattered stuff, but I know where everything is. So
sounds about right.
Yeah.
And see, I don't leave shit laying around. I pick it up, put it away.
Well, you're like military.
I was like that before the military, though. I was.
What's my excuse?
Mixmaster Lou said, "I'm trained OCD." Bossy Brown says she has ADHD.
Yeah, Mixmaster Lou says neat everything in its place, organize. Yeah, that's not me. I'm okay with not being organized all the time.
So he's looking at my cable management, Mixmaster Lou. He says I'm OCD because of that, but I don't think it's OCD. It's just it's managed. You know, it's out of the way.
It's really not that hard to manage the cables.
Miss Rissa is Mrs. Touch, right? Just want to confirm that Miss Rissa is Mrs. Touch.
Yeah.
So she says, "Don't get me started."
Go ahead and get started. Get started. What you got? What you got?
So I see that this quote unquote neat OCD isn't always appreciated around the house.
Oh no, it is not.
That's what I'll take from that comment.
So, it's like this. If I go, like my youngest daughter, if I go up there and I say, "Hey, your room's a mess, clean it up," and I show her how to clean it up, and my wife is like, "Oh, you're OCD. You're OCD." No, I'm telling her to clean her room. Her room's like shit. You know, get it cleaned up. But there's so many other examples. That's why I'm like, tell her, go ahead. Go, tell me what you got, wifey. What you got for us?
Bossy Brown says, "Don't do him like that, Miss Rissa."
Bossy Brown's got my back. That's what's up, Bossy Brown.
What is one thing y'all are very particular about? Like how I said, I need things to be done thorough. I think that's very important to me. Like I try to look at the details and make sure, oh no, but that looks ugly. We have to change that. But that doesn't look right. Personally, would you produce something like that? Well, if not, then that's not cool for me either. So that I just like things done right if I'm going to put effort into doing something. So for any of you, what is something in particular that you're very particular about?
If we're going to stay in the DJ realm, when I go DJ out, I don't want anyone to see any cables. If there's going to be an exposed cable, I'm going to tape it down, and it's going to be taped down like straight, like perpendicular to the wall. And there's a certain taping technique that I require. So, and then with my equipment, like my speakers and things that usually get banged around, it really bothers me if there's like a scratch on the side that the people will see. Like I really want to put on a good face when I go out there and spin, because people are paying money for that, and I just feel like everything should look clean. Another thing that I'm really into, especially when I'm going out like that, I never want clients or guests to see me struggle. So if I'm carrying equipment and and I'm gonna be all lopsided and having things hanging off of my shoulder, I'll just take more trips. So I want everything to look clean, and I want all my movements to look
Bossy
effortless.
Brown. I'm the same way, buddy. I'm kind of like that. Bossy Brown said, "Oh, you have OCD."
Because if we drunk in the club, we don't give a fuck about no wires.
Listen,
facts.
if something goes wrong,
I don't
though,
even
right?
see where the DJ is half the time.
If something goes wrong and all your cables are all tangled up, like it's gonna take so long to try to figure out what happened. So I'm big on preparedness too, and I take care of all my cables, all my equipment, and I make sure that they don't get banged around or messed up, because I want to know that when I go set up the next time, like nothing's gonna be broken.
Yep.
I think that was RevUp's attempt to show us his wires.
Yeah, they just all go down.
Yeah, I have such a minimal amount of wires that you can even see on this table, and there are so many damn wires with the way that I set up my stream, and I try to keep the visible wires very minimal.
Man, the only thing about this mixer is the USB ports are like straight on top, and there's like
crazy.
literally no way
I
to
look at
hide
that, and there's a time I look at that on your setup. There was a time when you had those cables in an X, and I was like, that's kind of fly. Did he do that on purpose? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking
Cross
about,
'em.
right? Where they
Yeah.
come down, you cross them, and now it looks like you did that on purpose. I've also thought, like, maybe I should just send them some black ones.
Get the right angle joints.
Dude, okay, so I was gonna get the right angle joints, but
They go down.
They
the
go
other
at they
way.
go at a different angle.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
yeah. And I was gonna get the black ones, but the black ones were more expensive than the white ones. I was like,
It's
Eh.
fine. I'm not tripping on it, but I do notice it. But
Yeah.
it's just 2 cables, not a big deal.
yeah. Compared to like, there's like literally no other cables shown. You know.
Because the
Except for
camera
this
cuts
one.
it off.
Yeah. yeah. Oh, man.
Right angles.
So I guess I'm OCD. Huh?
Damn.
I even look at other people's setup and think how I could make it look cleaner.
Dude, I thought about the same thing about the white wires. I even got an idea to just, you know what? I'm gonna get some spray paint. My bad.
I was like, what the hell is going on right now?
Unintentional.
Fire Chaser has a question. What vinyl do you have that till this day you never get tired of?
That
The
one.
booger break or the dirt style.
The dirt style.
Scratch records.
Yeah.
Yep, me too.
Super
I have a
duck
lot of
breaks.
scratch records.
Yeah. Bionic booger breaks.
I got
That's my
all
favorite.
those. I have a gang of scratch records.
Hell yeah.
And then I have a couple crates of old.
What
80s
does that
electro.
mean? What does scratch records mean?
Scratch
For those
records
of us who don't know, because I don't know.
Scratch records are basically records that have either sentences, words, noises, sounds, phrases, beats, a kick drum, a snare, a clap, anything that you would use for turntablism, basically,
Yeah,
on a
basically,
record.
there's sound bites of different sounds from different records, different songs, and they're just put all on one record. So you don't have to search through them through different records. It's all on one record.
Different sound effects, beats. Yep.
Like
Scratch
phrases.
tools. They're scratch
Scratch
tools,
tools.
essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if that really answers Fire Chaser's question.
Fire
'Cause if
Chaser's
those are-
question.
If those are vinyls for use, for sound effects, I think he may be asking maybe like a musical one, like an album.
A musical
Vinyl.
record. Damn.
And if he isn't, I'm asking the question now.
It would probably have to be probably an MF Doom record. I actually have it on my wall over here. I might go get it just to show you guys. 'Cause I like it.
Doom.
My answer is kind of general. I have a lot of vinyl out there that I don't want to get rid of. So there's a lot of different music I have out there.
JBr05ki, did you answer?
Did I? What am I answering?
Oh my God. Where are you?
I'm reading the chat.
He
Yo, shout out to
looks
Gusta
straight-
Gamer.
Do we have a
We gotta
bot?
get
looks
big follows
straight at
now.
the camera,
Is he a
but I don't
bot?
know if
Is that a
he's really
bot?
there.
That's a bot.
Yeah, that's a bot.
K
I don't
Leezy.
know.
Slay his
reported.
ass.
I
Bite him.
don't have that window open, and I'm not
Aw.
sure Scotty is still here. Scotty, are
There
you
you
still
go.
here?
Hell yeah. Shout out to Scotty the mod.
Thank you so
How
much,
much are
Scotty.
the
See,
followers?
I can't even see you doing that for me, Scotty. Like
That's
I can't see
Danger
any
Doom.
of those things because I don't have a Twitch window open.
Danger room.
Danger Doom. I got a bunch of favorite vinyl, so I don't know. Champion Sound by J-Lib. That's a good one. This one right here too. Hold up, let me get it. Super Mario Brothers soundtrack. 45.
That's a good one.
This is hot.
That's so
That's dope.
tight.
I think it comes with a poster too. Yeah. It's supposed to be the colored vinyl, but this is a repress. This is cool. Dun, dun, dun.
Show and tell right now.
Yeah, dude. I think this has a poster too.
Fire Chaser wants to know how that fried musubi was, buddy.
Yo,
Whoa.
JBr05ki.
It's fire,
thank you for
right?
Bringing an AV8 record.
An AV8? Damn.
Wow.
One of many.
Shit.
All right, so the DJ seems to be very impressed with this record. For the rest of us in the chat, explain why that is so impressive, DJ Touch.
AV8 made edits
Or
to,
anyone.
to make the songs more hype. They did a whole
Yeah.
bunch of stuff, but they definitely
Like Party
did-
Rockers?
Yeah, party rockers where
Yeah.
they would take the regular song and then add some like
More drums.
drums, make it thicker, more fun, or some intro stuff like
At
8 bars.
At a hype, like a hype man, like what's his name?
Fat Man Scoop.
Fat Man
Fat
School.
Man School. You know, and they loop it,
Fat
and
Man
it just
School.
makes it
Crooklyn
more
Glen.
party friendly user
Yeah.
friendly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More hype.
Yeah.
So someone suggested in one of the chats in one of the streams today, or no, maybe someone asked if we've ever done an all vinyl set for Strictly for the OGs.
I think we're
That
going to
was
get one this
Abloon.
Thursday.
Yeah, that was Abloon setting himself up to
Yeah.
DJ
And-
an all vinyl set.
For you DJs here,
Mm.
would you guys be able to do an all vinyl set? And then if you are, would you guys be down?
Yes, ma'am.
I could do it. I got some
I'm gonna have
cuts.
to go visit Touch first.
Come on through, Rev.
I got to look through my vinyl.
Give me some time though.
Yeah.
That'd be a challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
whatever. I know the records. I'll be able to dig through it in a week.
Yeah.
for everyone in the chat, if you guys would like to see an all vinyl all day Strictly for the OGs hip hop music festival, put a 1 in the chat.
I'm gonna get allergies
Okay.
with all the dust.
Because if you
Yeah.
guys want it, we're going to make it happen. For sure.
Great.
Let's go dig, spend some money.
For
So, for you, buddy, broski, RevUp, Touch, keep that in mind.
Okay.
The next time
guess-
you guys go dust off your crates, either
I
in the
guess we-
basement or the attic, just
It's like right here behind me.
start making a quote
This is
unquote actual
California. We
crate
don't have basements.
for that
Yeah.
day. soon
Unless
to
you live in the
come.
bay. Basement.
We got some ones.
We got some one.
You want it?
Yolanda
You got it.
is in the building. Welcome in, Yolanda. If you're just joining us, this is the Last Stop live chat. We're just shooting the shit here with DJs Buddy, JBr05ki, RevUp, and DJ Touch. We just finished a fire day of Strictly for the OGs, all hip hop, all day music festival every single Thursday starting at noon PST. So if you missed it this week, come on back and join us next week at 12 p.m. PST.
12 p.m. PST.
We've been on for 2.5 hours. I think that might mark our time now. Anyone have any suggestions?
I'm hungry.
For food, number one.
Can I tell you guys my story about my food today?
Oh yeah, what the hell happened,
Wait,
buddy?
Before you tell us your story about food, I want to thank you, DJ Style, for following. Welcome in, DJ Style, to the last
DJ
stop strictly for the OGs. Okay, buddy, you can tell us your food mishap. So
Okay.
first of all, what happened? What happened?
So we were talking about banh mi all day,
Banh
right?
mi.
And I finally decided to commit and purchase banh mi. And I did. And then the guy, it was like 45 minutes to get the Grubhub here. I followed the little map. I saw him. He was very close. I'm looking at the numbers. So I'm like, all right, he's 10 minutes out. Let me go stand outside. I text him and I go, yo, I'm directly across from the leasing office and I'll be standing outside in a black shirt and burgundy sweats. I'll be out there waiting for you. Okay, so I text his ass. So I'm like, dude, this is foolproof. I'm out there waiting for him. I'm looking at the app. And then I watch the app as it turns from like being delivered to delivered, right? I didn't see nobody drive by. I didn't see anybody drop off any food. So I give him the benefit of doubt. I'm like, yo, some people are just not that smart. And maybe he dropped it off at a different building within this complex. So I walk all around the complex. I'm looking for a plastic bag with food in it. I don't find any. All right. So I call. And then my real name's Ian, by the way. And
hi, Ian.
Hey,
hi,
what's up?
Ian.
So hi.
Hi.
And then I call.
Hey, that's 3 letters like mine. That's dope.
It's very efficient.
I like that.
It's very efficient. You know what I mean? So I call, and then the guy goes, I'm like, hey, my delivery didn't make it here, and the guy's like, okay, Jeremy, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm like, I don't know Jeremy. He goes, what is your number? And I tell him my number. He goes, that number is tied to Jeremy. I'm like, no, it's not. This is Ian. So he gives me my money back, and I'm kind of hot, but I'm over it. And then I decide to just purchase the food and go drive to go get it. So I order from a different restaurant. I order a banh mi, which is a sandwich, and I get to my car, and my starter's all fucked up. So my car's like not starting, and I didn't give up. The car started, thank goodness. And then I have a very flat tire. So
Really? All this is happening right now to your car, like just simultaneously?
Yeah, and I just washed it, cleaned the inside, took care of it, put the shiny on the wheels. I armor-alled everything. And then so then I look and the tire's pretty flat, but fuck it, you know what I mean? What's the worst? Like I'll be sparks on the road. I need to get this food.
Yeah.
You know? You know what I'm saying? So this whole time I'm like, what else could happen, you know? So I'm driving safe. I don't run yellows. I don't want to add ticket to the story or accident to the story. And yo, I'm hungry as hell at this point. I've been hungry for like 7 hours or 6 hours at this point. So, I'm a little bit loopy. Drive safely. And then I go in there, and then I went 5 minutes late. So, it gives you a window. It's like, food will be ready 6:45 to 6:55 or whatever. So I get there at 7. Food wasn't ready. I waited another 15 minutes. Then I got the food. And banh mi usually comes wrapped in paper. But this time, it came in a styrofoam. I'm so hungry, I just want to get back to the house and eat it. So I don't question the shit. I get home. I open the styrofoam, right? Ready to eat my sandwich. And what is in the styrofoam? Just meat.
What? What?
He sent me a picture of meat.
Yeah, and I said, where's all the other things?
Like, where the fuck's your sandwich
Bread,
at, man?
Vegetables, paste, freaking mayo, chilies. Where is it? but I ate it
Mm.
because these are just first world problems, and I was hungry.
Wait, buddy, where'd you order from?
Yeah, we need to know so we can avoid this shit.
Pho-mai. And on the menu,
That's like my favorite place.
figures.
Got the chat tripping right now. Abloon, Boston Brown. This is a family show.
Get your heads out of the gutter.
Yeah, I sent JBr05ki a picture of my meat.
Oh no, it's
clip it.
It's not a family show anymore. It's 11:40 PST.
Abloon
Your
is
kids
jealous.
should have been asleep.
Abloon is
Abloon is jelly.
BB jelly.
Abloon, I got some meat pictures I could send you that JBr05ki
Whoa,
ain't seen yet.
whoa.
Yuck.
What's going on here?
He's
I
asking.
don't know. He's asking for meat pics.
Yeah, it's getting late.
I'm hungry. What's for dinner?
Yolanda's so hungry.
Okay, well, I'm actually looking for someone to rate. If anyone wants to suggest anyone we're gonna go right into, please let me know. Everybody in the chat and everybody viewing, please stay for the raid, because if you raid, you stay for the raid, you get channel points.
Ooh. Boom Bap kids are on.
You get extra channel points. And I'm gonna work on my channel point redemption, and we're gonna be able to redeem some stuff.
Do you have any
next week.
ideas for your channel redemptions?
Well, I did
Ice
put
cubes.
one in there right now where
Let me see.
for me to take a dab.
Oh
Take a
shit! How
dab.
many? 7,500. You ain't trying to get high.
Yeah, you guys got to work on that. I mean,
Can
eventually
we do like a
you guys are
community
gonna-
effort?
Man,
Guys,
Like
just
the baby picture?
Eventually, you guys
She's
are gonna
already
get a lot of points because
Right.
I be in some of y'all streams and I have like 25.2k points,
Hell
and I have
yeah.
I don't
Guys,
know what to do with them besides
just so
highlight
you
my
know.
messages.
If you guys just go live and then raid Kayleezy a bunch of times, you'll continually get channel points.
You get like that 300 stack.
Yeah, so you can just do the whole keep going live.
Kayleezy,
Yes, sir.
do you follow DJ Diablito? He's part of my Toka Tuesday. Do you follow him?
Toka.
Don't know.
Okay, I was
I-
going to say you could raid him.
My. Oh,
Can I plug something really quick? Do
absolutely.
you mind? So for those people who are in Arizona in the chat, has anybody ever heard of an event called Mud Girls?
No, but
I wanna
sound
hear
like I
about
like
it.
It's like everybody is interested, so you tell us anyways.
What is it about?
See where the minds are? See where the minds go?
Mud.
So it's a running event. It's all female. It's a running event, kind of like Tough Mudder, if you ever heard of that.
Right.
So it's all ladies that get together and do this obstacle course, and it supports breast cancer awareness. So there's a whole lot of breast cancer and female related like swag with it. Anyway, I'll be DJing this event in Phoenix. If
That's dope.
anybody's in the chat in the Phoenix area, this Saturday, the 23rd, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then I'll be DJing again for the one in Tucson on October 30th, same time. So if anybody, I had never heard of that event until the other day when I was invited to DJ it, but looks like a dope event. It's all female. They have like a couple thousand women come out, but they do it in heats. So they do like 100 women per heat, and they do it for several hours, and they have a DJ rocking beats, and I'll be doing that 2 weekends in a row. For anybody that's interested in that area, Phoenix or Tucson, come on out, check it out.
Muddy women in heats.
Yes. It's called Mud Girls.
That actually sounds really dope. If that was here, I think I'm freezing. Shit, every time I open Twitch, I'm all frozen.
That's what happens with Chrome.
Well, I don't really have a choice.
This is true.
Chrome.
Leave me and my shitty laptop alone for now. Okay, guys.
It's all right.
We're
Kay.
working on it.
You're an affiliate now. You'll get there. You'll get that PC.
Shit, now I lost my train of thought. Thanks, guys.
You're
Will
welcome.
it be streamed? I don't know, Bossy Brown. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to stream my portion yet. As far as the event being streamed, that I don't know. I could ask.
Where are we going? I had a suggestion for DJ Diablito.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you were
I don't
following
think
him or
I
not.
follow him because I don't see a dot, a red dot. So I don't think so.
Okay.
We have DJ Mr. Wilson, I think, that's on. If y'all are
Yeah,
down
yeah.
to go
Yeah, let's
check
bring him.
out Mr. DJ Wilson's Thigh Meat Thursday set, we can always go there.
Thigh meat. Thigh meat.
So I had to close my Twitch because it was making me all messed up. Everybody here, RevUp or Scotty, can somebody raid us into DJ Mr. Wilson? Thank you, DJs Buddy, JBr05ki, RevUp, DJ Touch, for hanging out here on the last stop.
Yes.
Thank you for having me, KZ.
Thank you.
Yo,
I had
appreciate
a
it.
whole lot of fun. I hope you guys did too on the last stop. We will see these familiar faces again, definitely on the next Strictly for the OGs. If not, soon to come. I also want to thank DJ Lex and DJ Mr. Wilson that was here. If anyone has tuned in later, you just missed them from earlier in the stream. I want to thank the chat. I want to thank all the viewers that are tuning in right now. My number count shows 24. So for 24 of you, thank you so much. You guys could have been doing anything else, but y'all are here with us. So make sure you share the link if you can. Let's help build these DJs communities, show them support, because shit, man, they work hard for us every time they stream. Seriously, I don't DJ. So that's like a whole other thing that they have to do on top of streaming. And this shit stresses me out sometimes. So, man, shit, big up to the DJs for streaming, having to go into that mentality to have to stream. And then on top of that, fucking DJing and DJing so well for all of us. So thank you so much. I have so much appreciation for you.
Oh, we rated.
Yeah,
hang on for the ride. Okay. But hey, this is for you guys. So who the fuck cares? They're all gone, and these are for you. These words are for you.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
Easy,
you
I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much for putting Strictly for the OGs together. You've created a family here. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for being my family. Shit.
Hopefully, this lasts a long time, like 93 till infinity.
What did you just say?
Never mind.
93 till infinity.
Damn, we went live for. Oh, I'm gonna end the broadcast now. Here we go.